can't wait to podcast. Wow. Yeah, listen. We've only been doing this for 113 years, recording this podcast. This is the VGBees podcast, episode 113.
Oh!
Whoa! That's a lot of podcasting, folks. I'm one of your hosts, John Warren. With me are my two forever co-hosts, Niki Grayson and Lotus.
I just bought a Magic keyboard with Touch ID.
Wow.
Wow.
Disney's Magic Keyboard.
That's right. This fucker.
It's gone. Oh, keep it goes. Oh, wow. I really did think Niki. I really did think Niki was gonna. I was about to say. I was like, you gotta wait for the new one to destroy the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, an unmedicated me would have just done it.
Oh.
And that's the growth.
That's the growth.
Did we say what I was gonna do? Which was snap the keyboard over my
snap
knee?
the keyboard.
I don't know
half.
if we said that out loud.
Yeah. I didn't really say
it's an audio medium for some
audio
people.
medium. Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 40 people a week that listen to the version that doesn't have a video on YouTube. Shout out to those people.
Yeah. Shout out to you. Why?
I'm about to quit doing that. Actually, I think.
Yeah.
So if you're one of those people, sound off in the comments. Let me know what's going on. Do you not have access to a podcatcher? Do you not like us on video? Tell me more, because actually I think it hurts us algorithmically to have both.
Yeah.
So I was going to stop those.
Yeah. Maybe don't even consider what they want.
Maybe they're not important enough for me to consider.
It's not what I said.
Yeah, that's what Niki said. Niki said that the 40 of you who listen to the episode every week without video, but on YouTube, you're not important enough. Kind of a 3/5 compromise for podcast listeners.
That's what I'm saying. That you know
a
what?
1/40th compromise.
It wasn't, but now it is. When you frame it that way, when you say it back to me, that is what I meant. You think these are stale?
How long have they been there?
I think they've been open on my desk since yesterday.
Oh, no, they're fine.
Nope.
Oh, they're stale?
Yep.
Oh. They had to have been inching up towards stale before that. There's no way one day.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a snack that smiles back. You made a little.
Now.
Not now?
Not anymore.
It'd be fun if the technology should get to the place where when they get stale, they frown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They frown back.
And before then, they have kind of like a... like, you kind of got to rush.
You going to make a little paste in your mouth with me? That's what they should say when you pick them up.
That would be horrible. I would hate it if they said that.
I know your mouth's sin.
Horrible.
I know it.
That implies that they're all...
Yeah, they have a hive mind.
A hive mind, yeah. No, and that really sucks.
The goldfish hive mind.
That really sucks.
I think they are. If the commercials have taught me anything, it's that they're a hive mind, but they do have different races, like pretzel.
Now say more on that.
Say more? Yeah.
There's only one of each, so those must be their leaders.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, like pretzel goldfish and plain goldfish
Yes.
and colored goldfish make you think.
Yes. The colored goldfish is the leader of the colored goldfish.
What?
The pretzel goldfish is the leader of the pretzel goldfish.
Yeah.
The plain, the flavor blasted.
Yeah.
The parmesan.
Dude, I hope the flavor blasted dies. I hope there is segregation, if only for the flavor
I don't like the flavor blasted. What the fuck? What? Like, I don't understand that.
It's the most 2000 shit in the whole
it's
world.
Horrible.
It's
unbelievable.
very Doritos coated.
No, it's unbelievable. Hey, speaking of Doritos,
I
think they changed the bag on those bad boys.
They changed the Lay's bag, and now I don't like it. I always think that it looks like the baked Lay's that you get at Subway.
They look like They look like off-brand bullshit now. They look like C-tier Lay's stuff. It's bad.
Frito-Lay, I don't understand it.
Get your shit together. Plano, Texas's own Frito-Lay. Get your shit together. I know where you work. I'll come down there myself.
I'll steal the chips.
I will.
The
I'll
picket
steal the
signs.
chips. There was a neighbor I had growing up that worked at Pepsi, and their commitment to never drinking Coke products was crazy.
That's so sad.
It was crazy.
That's really sad.
They could not be in public drinking a Coke product. They were like not allowed to do that. It's so nuts to me.
That's really sad.
So they could only go to like Yum Brands. The worst pizzeria in town.
They couldn't even go if they didn't serve Peppers.
They're not supposed to.
Oh yeah. So you think that they fucking ID? They do a fucking employee ID check when you cross the threshold of the shakies?
I don't think so.
But
here's the thing, though. The really funny thing about that is that if your whole entire ethos is you cannot drink Coke, if you asked me that at the door every morning, I'd fail the test. It's a crazy thing. They're not going to monitor you, but they would know somehow. They would know.
They'd be able to smell the unique Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
chemical.
I'd like to think that they've developed a blood and/or urine test for it.
They just
you think they're screening for cocaine, but it's really screening for Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Coca-Cola.
Not that kind of Coke.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I had to get drug tested when I didn't work at Best Buy. Have I talked about this?
Well,
I've talked about how I didn't
Buy.
work at Best Buy, but
they
had made me go get drug tested before I worked at Best Buy, and then I went in, and then the woman was like, "Why are you here?" And I was like,
"What do you mean?
What do you mean? Your whole thing is to collect piss in cup. What do you mean? Why am I here? To piss in a cup?" And she was like, "I just don't understand why you would be here." And I said, "I mean, to do the drug test." Maybe I failed the drug test, and that's why they never got back to me, even though I didn't know where to buy any drugs when I was trying to work at Best Buy.
Well, how would you fail the test then? Poppy seed muffin?
Poppy seed muffin.
Like 150 poppy seed muffins that I slammed right before in the car.
What a dumb thing. I used to think that one poppy seed muffin would fuck your urine up forever.
Forever?
I don't know why I was so afraid of it, but I was. I was like, well, isn't that weird when you're drug tested and you've never done drugs and yet you still feel like, well, this will be positive for something?
I was only never drug tested that one time. I've never been drug tested subsequently.
I've been drug tested twice for jobs.
Did you have to get drug tested for this job that you have now?
No. In fact, they asked me if I had drugs on me when
they were like, "Can we have some?"
They said, "Hey, can we have some?" No, I didn't have to do that for this one. They did like a background check, but that's pretty normal.
That's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever. I failed those too. They don't care. They were like, "You're too cool. You're too cool not to hire." You know. I was like, "I know. I get it."
You got to be Mr. Fun.
You got to be.
That just comes with some perks.
Did I steal that school bus full of kids? Maybe. Doesn't matter. I'm fun. I'm your personality hire for the company. I stole a bus. We don't have much to talk about, but we do unfortunately need to talk about subscribing to VGBees.com.
Why unfortunately?
No, because I glanced at the agenda and forgot I did that part. So I was like, listen, go to VGBees.com/join. Join the Hive. It's the only way you can materially support the program. Not the only way you can materially support us individually. You can all send us individual Venmos every single week if you wanted to for $10, $20, $30, $100. Look up our Venmo links in the show notes. I'm not going to put our Venmo links in the show notes. Maybe I should.
You can put mine.
But go to VGBees.com/join and join the Hive. Today, I promise, this is my solemn vow to you, I'll not talk to a Trump voter in the interview show that I'm doing for a full calendar year.
Wow.
Thank you. My solemn vow. Hey, Jordo, and by Jordo I mean me, hit the fucking music.
Which music?
The No Games for Genocide music, unfortunately, because actually hit the... Yeah, here we go. There's the ticker. Listen, go to nogamesforgenocide.com. You can learn more about the BDS movement and Microsoft and Xbox's continued role in the ongoing genocide in Gaza. Let's talk about Double Fine. Since they went independent, they have now laid off 23 in the wake of that separation, which is not unexpected, I suppose. But Tim Schafer says it needs to become a size it can sustain, quote, as a small, tightly knit team. These actions are not taken lightly. Only the survival of our studio would ever make us consider such a painful action. These people we are losing were all important. We all made an impact on our games and culture, and they will be missed. We are committed to supporting each affected person as best as we can, and we thank them for their hard work and commitment to the creative spirit we cherish here at Double Fine. When asked for a statement, Xbox said to Kotaku, and I want to talk about this part, quote, Double Fine fully returned to independent management earlier this week with their IP catalog and runway for their next games. What a delicious thing to end that quote with, of just kind of being like, oh, they got the money they need. By the way, they did have to lay off people to be sustainable.
Yeah.
But they did leave with the runway.
Well, it's only the runway to release a game, not to be sustainable.
What do you mean? What do you mean the runway for the next games if they had to lay off 23 fucking people?
It could have been a short runway. They didn't specify how long the runway was.
Could have been a really short runway. The runway in Ecuador. In Quito,
that goes straight into the fucking side of the mountain.
Yeah, that goes straight to the mountain. Yeah.
It could have been
You need pontoons.
Yeah. So, yeah, this was not super unexpected, but still a bummer for this team. It's a small team. Yeah.
Yeah, 23 seems like a lot. I guess I don't.
It's a lot for a small team.
I guess I didn't realize how many people were working at Double Fine these days.
Yeah.
I think they're around, or we're around 100.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of them.
More or less.
It feels like a quarter of their workforce.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but it feels like
and this is totally off the dome, but I think they were at most around 60 before. Yeah. And even that might be a little high.
Yeah. If you are not remembering what Double Fine has done recently, while part of Xbox Game Studios, they released Psychonauts 2, Keeper, and Kiln.
That's crazy.
Yep. That's what they did during their time. Did. Yeah. Psychonauts 2 was a big production.
For sure.
Yeah.
It took a very long time.
It took a really long time.
Yeah. That was a big production. So, tough. Bummer. All right, one more Xbox story. Sure. Xbox's revenue fell by 7%, which is around $1.7 billion for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026.
Is that good?
It's not good.
Oh.
It's not good. The reason for the decline was a decline in Xbox content services and diminishing console sales. So basically just like, we're bad at this.
So if we're going to break it down, every part has been a failure. Thank you for listening.
It's kind of crazy that they like. I think at any point in history, aside from maybe like the beginning of COVID, you could say something like, "Listen, economic conditions have really made it hard for people to spend their excess cash on things like video games." But instead, I don't even want to say to their credit, because I don't think they're competent enough to really like take the ownership of it the way that the quote seems. But they basically said, like, yeah, we've been pretty bad at what we do. Which is like, I don't know.
I mean, there's also really no hiding it with the way that Microsoft does their fiscal year reports, because they lump Xbox into one category.
Yeah,
so
they don't even get to hide.
There are things under Microsoft or under Xbox that have sold well, like individual items, but you don't even get to do that because they're so committed to having zero transparency for Xbox. That's like, well, so lost a shitload of money.
Lost a lot of money. Something that's interesting is that kind of in the breakdown, they say Xbox content and services decreased 5%, but the hardware revenue decreased by 29%, which is basically.
But they made it cheaper, so maybe in the next quarter it'll go up.
Yeah. They pulled the levers to make it more economically appealing to us.
They'll be good in a quarter. Come back.
Exactly. Yeah. I think this part is maybe especially damning because the quote says in the 10K in the 10K filing, which is a filing they have to do at the end of every fiscal year. The 5% decrease was, quote, offset in part by growth in Xbox Game Pass. Now, folks, a lot of articles have dropped in the past couple weeks about how Game Pass essentially is kind of the death knell of the modern Xbox. So it's very, very funny that they have to cite the growth in Xbox Game Pass to be like, yeah, but
one of the numbers went up.
One of the numbers went up a little bit. The other stuff isn't connected. Don't worry about that.
Why would it
So anyway, oh well, too bad. So sad. Again, can't stress this enough. Another 1,600 layoffs are coming. Okay?
Is that bad?
Okay. It's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. Go to No Games for Genocide. We don't need to talk about this anymore. BDS. Just go there. Sign the pledge. You'll see VGBees there soon enough. The three of us individually have signed it. The outlet will be there.
Yeah, we realized all three of us have signed it and talk about it all the time, but VGBees.com was not on there, so we have to ask.
Let's move on.
Wait, is there? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No.
Let's not move on.
No. Sorry, we can move on. That was an inside thought that got verbalized.
Oh, an inside thought.
see.
Sorry.
Hey,
a news story that dropped late in the day today, or late in the week.
Oh, great! This is what I was talking. This is what the thought was.
I am so fucking excited to once again be talking about our former employer Tencent on the program, the return of Tencent, and Jason Schreier, bless your heart for writing such a thorough piece on what is a very interesting story that I had basically forgotten about. I think it's a very interesting story. Okay. As I continue to believe that that Tencent's specific ethos about how they invest in things without really any, they spend so much money without making any sort of impact. They're the most irrelevant company in a lot of ways. I think it's very interesting.
They're the Mets.
They're the Mets. They're the Mets. They're the Mets. Except they don't have cool fans.
Like you were about to break in a song.
Yeah. They're the Mets. They're the Mets. They're the Mets. Do y'all remember the last Sentinel? I didn't until I kind of watched some of these videos that accompanied it. But Lightspeed is one of Tencent's satellite development studios that they own. It's like they started it themselves inside. They pushed a marketing push. For its first game, Last Sentinel. This was last year. This was a game that was supposed to compete with Grand Theft Auto. Was in development for 6 years. Troy Baker was on board and said stuff like, quote, "This story is a middle finger to tropes. This takes everything you're expecting from a typical action adventure story and says, no, this one's different." Fuck you, Troy Baker.
So also not a competitor to GTA.
Not a competitor.
GTA, kind of even a little. This sounds more like a Mind's Eye.
It sounds like a Mind's Eye, which honestly, the timing of all of this lines up a little bit to Mind's Eye coming out and them going, oh.
Yeah.
How
fucking awesome would it have been, though? Because the thing about Mind's Eye is that they only had $7.
Back to back?
They only had $7.
But this game, they would have spent. They've spent
hundreds.
So many.
According to Jason Schreier, it's hundreds of millions of dollars.
I'm sad this game will never see the light of day.
Me too.
It could have been bad in brand new and exciting ways.
Yes.
shout out to Troy Baker for getting yet another check he didn't deserve. That's huge for him. At least this time he definitely didn't have to do any work, so that's good. I take umbrage with the framing of every story that involves Tencent. That isn't like also you need to understand that they're the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. Like you cannot treat them like they know what they're doing. And the framing of this blurb, basically, because it's in a larger piece that's got like 3 other news stories because he hasn't fully reported it out. Yeah. Is like, damn, it's so crazy because they said they were gonna do it. Yeah, I can believe it. I absolutely can believe that this video game is not real. And is not real after they spent 250 million American dollars on it.
This is a sincere request, Jason. If you ever want to report on Tencent again, just call.
You gotta ask some questions.
You just call one of us because we can give you the context of like, I've been in the building, dog. Yeah. I've been in the building. They don't know what they're doing. They like, guys, they loudly don't know what they're doing inside the building. They are constantly asking the question, how do we do this inside the building? What is a video game? What is an audience? What is building something organically? They don't know what it is. Yeah. They straight up don't know what it is. I'm not exaggerating. They don't know what they're doing.
It's kind of awesome.
It's actually, like, genuinely, if you liked Fanbyte with any of your molecules, we just did what they do. They passed on the ethos to us of, we have all the money and we don't know what we're doing. And they just allowed us to do it. That is what they do. I've come to become one with the Tencent ethos. I used to resent it deeply, but now I kind of fuck with it, actually. Yeah. In the sense of, like, they did lay off some people this week, so I don't want to, like, downplay that. But I also know that
we got laid off too, so whatever.
Yeah, we got laid off too, so whatever. But they also do this when their high-level executives fuck up hugely. They just go, let's put you somewhere else for a little while.
Yeah,
why don't we put you in witness protection for a little while, and we could just like honestly, it's a good grift if you can get it.
It's pretty good. I respect it.
It's pretty good. I respect it.
And listen, these people are gonna get paid out tasty.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It's gonna be
fine.
For
sure. It's gonna
if they
be
don't
fine.
get moved onto working on some other shit, they will get paid out so tasty.
Yeah.
It's fine. They're fine. It's the best company to lose your job at in video games is Tencent. It's the best one to get fired from.
Because even more than the rest, and even pre-2023, you know it's coming.
Yes. Well, you should.
You should.
You should.
A lot of people don't in general.
A lot of people don't. Yeah.
But respectfully, that's
on them.
A you problem.
Yeah, it's on them. Imagine working on this game, imagine entering year 4 of development on this video game and thinking it's coming out.
Okay. The other thing is like, Lightspeed only had about a few hundred people working for it.
Yeah, not enough guys.
Not enough guys. They wanted to make something that was like kind of like Red Dead 2 or Grand Theft Auto, and they wanted to do it with like a couple hundred people.
Not enough guys.
Not enough guys. So that's really interesting.
Good for them.
They were paying above market, like well above market.
As they did.
Yep. They hired the San Diego studio lead of Rockstar Games, Steve Martin, who is not the banjo player.
No way. That's
not
awesome.
The banjo player. And they were like, "Yeah, come run Lightspeed." Did Lightspeed work in
it was the
our
same
old building? Same building. Okay. So Lightspeed, by the way, occupied a office space in Playa
above
Vista.
the fluid vessel.
Above.
I think they were upstairs relative to the fluid vessel. The fluid vessel, for those who may not remember, was the design. God, it's on. We have screenshots somewhere. We gotta find them.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna type fluid vessel into Google Photos and see what happens. But the fluid vessel was what the interior designers for the Tencent office that we never worked in because of
We
the
never
novel
worked in.
coronavirus.
Yep.
It's what they said.
Hey folks, I begged, and I mean like genuinely begged them to divest from this office space during the novel coronavirus. I said, we don't have to act like we have to be tethered to the space. And they're like, we do. And I'm like, all right.
I remember I made a water bottle that said gamer fluid on the side.
I do.
That's the only thing that came up when I typed in fluid vessel into the computer. So, unfortunately, I have no images of the fluid vessel.
Yeah. But that's what Ray, our HR director, referred to.
Huh. One of these is, when I typed it in, is from March 22nd, 2022. And it is a 1 megapixel image at 1170 by 850. It was taken at 3:50 p.m. And it is of this. If you want to put this on the screen.
Go to youtube.com/@VGBees if you want to see the visual of this. I will.
Now what the fuck could this possibly be?
What do you mean?
Like,
What could this possibly be?
No,
Hey,
I know it is a
Niki.
fluid-filled condom.
Okay. I was about to say.
But
Don't say
what is
fluid
it?
for the listeners. It looks like water.
It looks
water.
like water. It looks like water.
But what? What?
Well, what's in the bottom right, though, huh? Because there's also there are a lot of condoms filled with something.
What
At
is
least
going
3.
on?
There are at least 3 condoms filled with water here. So you took this when? Do you know when you took this?
It's not clear who took it. There's no additional metadata other than the date and the resolution of the image.
It's a really low-res image, folks.
Anyway, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I don't really have anything else to say about this.
Oh, did you want to
It's just
explain the
amazing.
fluid vessel fully?
Oh, sorry. Did I?
Yeah.
It was the design ethos for the office, which is which they said it was supposed to be a fluid vessel, an open plan office. It was not even a little bit. You could not see the other side of the office from even when you opened the door. You opened the door and were looking at a wall. Then you had to. It was also pitch fucking black in there, dark as hell because there were no windows.
Yeah.
The windows were on on the front and the back sides, and then it was entirely concrete. It felt like when you would walk out from street level, walk into the room, and it felt like you went 15 stories down into a basement.
Yeah. This office space had a lot of large windows in it, and the layout did everything it could to essentially block the natural light.
Yeah, it was awesome.
If we had actually moved into that space, I would have spent a fucking fortune at Home State, which is an overrated taco place in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
But I would have given them thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we would have become friends with them.
No,
You know?
they seem lovely. They seem fine. I just think as a Texan,
I just think we would have.
as a Texan, they're not what.
No,
like,
for sure. I like to think that
You
we
know.
would have stopped paying money at a certain point.
Say more about that, please. What do you mean?
I just think we would have
You
started
think we
getting
would-
stuff for free.
You think we would have ingratiated ourselves to the staff of Home State enough? Like Smosh hasn't even done that. You think we would do that? You think we would
Yeah.
be in with the
Well,
Home State people so
they
much?
probably believe that Smosh has money. Fanbite?
Fanbite doesn't.
Maybe they
Yeah,
take
Lotus,
some pity.
really good point. That's a really good point.
They'd see a gaggle of fanbites walk in and go, I think we should give them something.
Here's the thing.
Something to look
Here's the
forward
thing.
to.
Here's the thing. Alex Lynn, if you're listening to me,
He's not.
you're not. Alex Lynn, hire us back.
Just hire
Give
us back.
give us a $100 million budget, like they gave Lightspeed to make
Yeah.
the last Sentinel.
It's just 100 mil.
Just see what we could do.
I think we
what
can
do
do
you-
it better this time.
I think we.
I
think the
thought you
website-
meant
I think-
lights. I thought you meant the game.
Nah.
No,
I
no,
do
no,
think-
no, no,
I
no.
think the website wouldn't make your phone hot. I would go so
Step
far
one.
as to guarantee that the website we would make wouldn't make your phone hot.
We would not make your phone hot. We wouldn't make your phone hot.
I don't think we would have any ads on it.
We would have no ads. It'd be a no ads website. How do we make money? That's your problem
That's
to
your
solve,
problem,
Alex. That's your problem. Just
It
figure
should
it
be
out.
a subscription where you can put in a novelty ad for something that's not real.
I agree.
That's great.
That's great.
Maybe we would
Done.
still have jobs if you let me do fanbyte.com/ads, like I tried to get us to do every.
That's a
fucking
really.
meeting.
I regret. Nikki, I don't have that many like sincere regrets in life. I do actually regret not setting that up because like it would have.
But I don't think anything would have stopped us from
No,
getting
but
this done.
obviously.
It would have been free. Like it would have been free to set up, and
I
we should have
know.
just set it up.
I agree, John. It's because it was a good idea.
It's a really funny
a
idea.
page that was an infinite scroll of ads.
Of ads, that's it. fanbyte.com/ads.
Just
It's
ad
really
units
funny.
all the way
It's
down.
a really funny. Like there would be. Listen,
100
I know
any
one of you
autoplay ads.
listening to VGBees right now. One of you would have done that.
Yes.
One of you would have done it.
John's asking the dogs to be quiet. I mean, look, Tumblr has ads and they're not good, but there's a whole novelty culture around how the ads are not good, and the fact that you can just pay to make someone else's post an ad, which is really funny.
Wait, you can pay to
You
make
don't know about
someone
this?
else's post
Oh.
an advertisement?
Nikki, this is why you still have money in your bank account right now. Yes, on Tumblr, if you don't have the setting turned off, someone else can pay to promote
Wait, that
your
fucking
post
rocks.
and turn it into a commercial
That rocks.
that plays on that is on the site and is
that fucking
algorithmically
rules.
promoted to people.
That's awesome.
They got. Hey, my dogs got really mad at someone.
They're still
Out for
going a
now,
little.
They're still
What
pretty
happened?
mad, but they got really mad.
Do you
we
need to
have-
get your
You need
AR-15?
yeah.
We have, yeah, let me load her up.
Let
And
me
just
load
go
her
out
up,
there
get
and,
up on my
and
porch.
hold it kind of down like this. No, I think I've seen these guys. They're around selling either solar panels or roof
roof?
tiles or
Yeah.
whatever, right? They just go door to door. I think they probably knocked on my door.
And your
I didn't
dogs
hear it.
hate renewable
They
energy, famously.
hate it.
Why did
They're
I
like-
just get a notification from the Apple App Store that just says Marvel Contest of Champions bundle? Power up your roster with 3 super boosted Spidey heroes, only $2.99 for a limited time.
Wow.
I suppose because you don't have commercials disabled.
But I've never received an advert like a notification from the App Store before.
Interesting.
Notifications. Oh, off.
Off.
Well, I
Off.
fixed it. Thanks, Lotus.
Off.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Lotus.
All in a day's work.
Wow.
We don't have that much news this week. We have one more story. It's Super Mario Sunshine is coming to Nintendo Switch Online on August 13th. And there's no other part of the news story. That's it. But I wanted to say, like, y'all like that game?
Yeah, it's pretty good. This was my first one.
I didn't like it
those.
as a kid, so I don't know.
Okay, so this was your first one, Nikki. That does make sense.
And
I
went
was about to
back
I was about to have some sort of like goofy boomer panic, but I'm like, no, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
would be your first one. And you liked it when you didn't like it when you were a kid?
I
Lotus?
didn't like it when I was a kid.
Okay.
I was, based on the timeline, certainly too young to complete Super Mario Sunshine, if I have the date right. And so I don't super remember playing it. I just remember not liking it, and then playing and liking Galaxy a lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Galaxy's
because
good.
that's a good
It's
one.
a very good video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did always like the Piantas though. I just thought they were funny.
Yeah, I love the guys in Sunshine. And I love the vibe of Sunshine. I like it because it was the first one I played, and then I think I don't really have any. I think having like big opinions about this is like a 35 to older video game industry.
You're like
like,
Nikki.
sickness.
Be careful. You're not that far away. So
I
let's
said
just
30,
be.
but I'm not 35.
Yeah, I know, but you're not that far away. So let's
But
like pump the
critically,
brakes.
I'm not 35.
I understand.
Every single
but you're
person,
not that far away.
every single
I
person who
can't
has
wait.
beef.
Holy fuck. I can't wait for washed Niki era. What does that look like?
No, who knows?
I'm so excited about
No,
life.
I know.
Suddenly.
I know. Exciting.
Whoa, I'm really
it's
excited.
Gonna be really cool.
It's
but
gonna be
I'm
really
saying
cool.
that right now.
Yeah.
The only people who give a shit about whether or not Super Mario Sunshine is good is the Dan Reicherts of the world. With love.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Come on. We can't.
I don't think I don't think it's quite like that. I think it is interesting to discuss in the pantheon of like all of the Mario games lined up because they got it quote unquote right in one with 64.
I'm not going to sit like 2
I'm not going to sit
years
here
to make the next one.
No, they didn't. That game came out in 1996, Niki.
Yeah, but the Super Mario Sunshine was rushed. Like that
It was rushed. I understand that. That game was clearly rushed. And I do think that's interesting. They had 6 years in between those. They wanted to make probably a follow-up on the Nintendo 64 and decided, okay, we need a killer app on the fucking GameCube, so let's rush this thing and add some components. So I do think it is interesting from the standpoint of like, it's the black sheep of this series, and the worst Mario game is still pretty fucking good.
Yeah. The worst part about it is that sometimes when you do the 3D, like the non-flood levels,
the floodless levels, yeah,
which are good, sometimes you fall through the floor.
Yeah,
and that's I will say, that's unpleasant. That is
unpleasant.
But
it's. I think it is interesting because it's one of Nintendo's buggiest games.
Yeah,
it's one of Nintendo's just kind of weirdest games in the sense of like, yeah, let's add voice acting to Mario, which they've never done again because it was perverted.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was weird. But like I have grown in appreciation for that game's existence. I don't think it's very good, but I do think it is interesting. So if you've never played it, and you've played the Galaxies or Odyssey or whatever,
who's
you should check
listening
it
to
out.
This show and has not played Super Mario Sunshine? This is the part of this specific game that I'm like, why do we keep doing this with this one? You know? Who has a Nintendo Switch 2 but has not played Super Mario Sunshine?
25-year-olds. Now, who's 25 and listening to this show? Great question. I wish y'all were bringing a younger audience in. I thought that's why I brought y'all in. But it's clearly not working. Everyone that listens to us is taking fucking back pills at this point.
Unfortunately, I'm the youngest person you know, and I'm still 27.
I know.
There's only so much I can do.
Yeah,
also, you picked an old young person.
I know. I didn't know. I just was like, that's a fresh face. And I'm like, she's fucking old, though. She's old at heart. Which is fine. I don't know. Listen, if you're already a subscriber to this is a game that you should play on August 13th.
I agree.
You've not played it.
I'll stop being mean about the discourse.
No. So crucially, Niki, it does come up every few years.
Every 18 months.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Yo, have
it's
you ever heard of
little annoying.
Yes, it's a 3D. It's the second 3D Mario game.
Right. Yes.
We're all aware.
Yes. It's the first 3D Mario. Here's the thing about 3D Mario games. They've not really looked different since Super Mario Sunshine. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like from a graphical qualities perspective, they don't need to. Yeah. I'm just saying like Mario 64, you're like, oh wow, that's rough around the edges. Once you get to Sunshine and beyond, it's like, oh, that's a modern Mario game. They all kind of look the same. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Speaking of paint on the ground.
Yeah, listen, we're done with news. We're talking about Splatoon Raiders.
On the ground journalism.
Yeah, so John,
on the ground journalism.
You want to give us a one shot real quick and say what you got to say? You have anything to say?
Yeah, last week I popped off a lot about how Splatoon's not very good or whatever, and Splatoon Raiders is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, ain't it?
It's pretty cool.
It's a pretty good video game.
It's pretty fun. Feels good to play.
Yeah.
I like the style.
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, this game's fun. I like it. But I have
what
to tell
is
you,
it, John?
but this game pisses me off though.
What is it though?
It is a third-person looter shooter, where you're on a little oil rig and you go on little missions to loot different places to get new loot, new materials to build out kind of what your continued expeditions. You have 3 little party members that you can take with you, choosing them. You have some gadgets that you can choose from. You have different weapons that you can collect. It is Splatoon, but taking the Splatoon multiplayer competitive landscape and saying, okay, what if we took those mechanics, then added some Diablo-like qualities, and make it essentially a single-player game unless you're playing it with friends co-op.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Nintendo is very good at this thing. When they do come to a genre late, they are good at shaving, and how smooth they make the object is maybe where people fall off of them, right? But they are really good at smoothing off the edges and the annoyances while introducing their own goofy ones. For example,
right? Yes.
It has each round. You're in there for like 3 to 5 minutes. The longer levels are like 7 to 8 minutes max.
Yeah.
However, if you fuck up, there's no retry button. Now they do send you all the way back to the fucking. You do a loading screen. There's no checkpoints, which is fine. But
it's
put
fine.
A fucking retry screen after I fail in the in between. Now I will say this also. I don't really face that problem because I put the game on easy. Because for what? Why would I not? I'm not.
What are you trying to
here,
prove?
What am I? Nothing. I'm
sure.
not here for a fucking challenge. I'm here to enjoy playing the video game Splatoon. I put that shit on easy, and it's a treat.
Yeah.
The ways that again, and I think I said this last week, the things that are interesting about Splatoon to me are everything around the video game Splatoon, and then you have to play it. And that was the part where I always kept falling off. Yeah. Which is to say, a de-incentivization of kills, like in the Splatoon, numbered Splatoons proper.
Yes.
A de-incentivization of kills, an extremely varied weapon set, a very interesting perspective on level and map design because of the mobility and movement set that the characters have. All of those things translate not perfectly, and I would like to talk about weapons with you, John. Not the motion picture, the ones in the game. About the ways that, for example, in Turf War, in the numbered Splatoon games, the goal is not to kill the most people. It is by the end of the amount of time, you want to have more of the area painted in your team's color than the other team.
Yes.
It becomes an area denial kind of an experience. Area denial is still very, very important in this because every single enemy, it's a horde-based firefight style situation.
They can shoot their own paint.
Yes, they can. They're all shooting their own paint, and it will encroach on your mobile space.
Yes.
So you are using the abilities and your ult and your gadgets and your weapon to constantly push back on the flood of enemies that are coming. And they
because
also
it's not only about mobility, it's about reloading.
Yes,
that's how you reload is your exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So that loop and that flow is really good. Where I do think it falls apart because it is a single player experience is that you are really not incentivized to use any other weapon than whichever one feels best to you at any given time.
I agree with that completely.
If you're playing it co-op, then yeah, you can be like, well, now I get to use the paint roller, or I get to use the grenade launcher or whatever.
Because someone else is covering the other
Yes,
part.
the other
Yes.
distances. But
Yes.
I just find myself just using whatever the assault rifle equivalent
I
is.
agreed.
Or I'll switch over to the Splat dualies, which is like the akimbo pistols that, like, when you double tap the jump button, it lets you do a roll that helps you reload really quickly. And the other weapons are really cool, but also you don't get the DPS required, or I have not figured out how to get my loadout to the point where I'm getting the DPS required to do all of the things that I want to do.
What gadget rollout are you doing?
Mainly, I am using the power loadout, which is the axe, and then I have the splatolites, which is the ones that come out of your feet and then they spin around. But I unlocked a perk yesterday that it procs automatically whenever I hit something. So like I don't have to. I'm not making sure that I'm pressing it every 10 seconds. As long as I'm shooting every single time the countdown or the cooldown timer goes off, then it procs again, and it's much bigger. And as I move forward, it paints the area around me, so then I can push forward and then fall back into the space that I've already painted. And it, like, that push pull feels really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I use the support one, which is kind of like, shooting like a little turret out to basically cover a space and cover what you're doing. I want to experiment with the other gadgets as well. But I agree with you. I've tried some of the other weapons, and I just can't, because I didn't put it on easy. I've got it on normal, and especially on normal, I'm getting kind of fucked and overwhelmed almost immediately by using the other weapons.
Which is really cool.
Which is fine.
That honestly happens on the regular difficult, like on child difficulty, right? Like, it is still...
It's a tough game.
It is still a challenge.
It's not, right, it's not... There is some toughness to it, but like I have only gotten used to the most basic weapon and the most basic kind of distance thing. And I don't feel like I've been properly, and like it's okay. Like I think intrinsic motivation to experiment is fine, but I've not been given like a really explicit kind of like reason to experiment so much, because like when I do it, I'm like, well, this doesn't feel as good, and it's like way harder. So is it just increasing the challenge, or am I missing something?
No, I think once you and I play the game together, it will change, because having played the game, you can also, John, in the interim, when we are not able to align, if you just do the play, like call for help, or you volunteer to go help, it gives you the opportunity. You can just be like, this one I'm going to use the paint roller and hope that someone else is going to cover otherwise. Because like there is the online component, like John said, is a co-op situation, and it scales the difficulty up, and it scales the HP of all of the guys up relative to the number of people 1 through 4 that you have in your game. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's my favorite one of these. It's the one that, like, every time I have touched a Splatoon game, I have wanted it to just be this.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I think I was being, I mean, listen, this won't shock any of you. I think I was being kind of willfully like funny last week about just kind of like
willfully funny.
Willfully stupid, let's call it, about like, because part of me was kind of like, this vibe, the fashion of it all, the coolness of it all, but wrapped up in a package that actually does appeal to me, like a single player experience where I'm just kind of fucking around. Like, that is actually appealing, and I was pleasantly surprised to find that it is quite fun to play.
It's really good. I will say something that is really interesting to me is that the music, while good, is nothing like
Yeah.
the rest of the Splatoon music.
Yeah.
It is so much more industrial, so much more
Yeah.
ambient. It's
Like
really
the enemies
fucking
make
weird.
the enemies make weird noises.
Yeah.
Like the sound design in this game is kind of
Yeah.
strange. Like
It's
a bright,
haunting.
like the sun is fucking out, especially
Yeah.
in these big early levels.
Yeah.
And yet these enemies that show up are just like,
Yeah.
it's like, wait, what is
It's
happening?
really
Is that
it's
what it's
really
like
strange.
in is it called Salmon Run? The like campaign
Oh,
mode
I don't
of
know.
Splatoon?
I never
campaign,
played
it is
that.
it's kind of like that, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. There is a disparity in the sound, or
There
disparity
is.
is maybe not it, but there's a gulf between like what the sound design is telling you to feel and what the visuals are telling
What
you
the
to feel.
visuals.
And
Yeah.
I will say, John, as you get further and further into the game and you get into different areas, the gulf starts to
So-
kind of do one of these.
Yeah,
It starts to
yeah.
level out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I expected as much, but those early sound design cues, I was like, well, this is a much kind of darker experience than I think I would have expected. So
It also is it is just Metal Gear Solid 5 from a plot perspective.
it really is. It
It's
really is.
just-
You're on this
you
rig
start-
in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere, and
the
you go
game
on
starts-
individual missions to go
Uh-huh.
do specific things.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
The game
yeah.
starts, you think you're fucking dead.
Yep.
From a helicopter crash.
Yep.
You come back and you're not actually sure whether or not you're the same guy
God,
that you were
that's
when
funny.
the like in the
Yep.
helicopter crash.
Yep.
And yeah, you have Mother Base, and it vibes wise, it's a
really
Metal Gear
funny.
Solid 5.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
really
and
cool.
everyone breathes through their skin.
just
like
in
Quiet.
Quiet, yeah.
Yeah, just like Quiet.
Titties are also everywhere.
Titties everywhere. Squid titties. Squiddies
That's not true.
everywhere.
They're children.
Squiddies.
They're
Squiddies.
fucking children.
Yeah, they are children, huh? I did see someone online go like, I don't have a type. Maybe I do have a type, and then posted one of the squids,
It's a
and I was
child.
like, these are kids, aren't they?
It's a child. This
They're
kind of-
not
Kids,
Which-
huh?
They're you know, I spend my time in fandoms, and I know too much about the Squid Girls. As a result,
They're not
Okay.
kids.
they are not kids. Legally, Nintendo has said that they are not kids.
Oh, great. They're
That's
adults.
so
Which
funny.
is great, which I
Miyamoto had
love.
to go. Miyamoto had to go on cam and be like, "They're not kids."
Yeah, you
worry.
can. Don't worry, you can fuck the little girl-looking one with the single front tooth like a baby.
Yeah,
It's
like a
okay.
baby. It's fine.
Yeah, like a baby.
Jesus Christ!
Aren't they called Squid Kids?
They
though?
are called Squid Kids, though, huh?
They're called Inklings. They're not called Squid Kids. That's different.
Inklings. That's right.
A Squid Kid is just a song. Maybe they call some of them Squid Kids. I don't know. But I know it's you're a kid now, you're a squid now. But they are called Inklings.
When you type Inklings in, AI overview on Google says the Inklings were an informal 20th century literary discussion group at the University of Oxford centered on C.S. Lewis, J.R.R. Tolkien, and Charles Williams, which is absolutely what I meant.
That's absolutely what you meant. Yeah. Nikki, do you have anything else to say about this game?
No, I mean, other than I was fucking right.
Yeah, you're right.
Um,
Play the music.
I
Nikki
mean,
was
yeah,
right.
there it is. Thanks. Yeah, no, I'm. It's very funny. I'm pleasantly surprised at the game, even though I thought it was going to be good. I kind of did not expect to like it as much as I do, and the cadence of it is really nice. Like the ability for me to be like, I'm turning the video game on. I have 15 minutes. And I can feel like I make meaningful accomplishments in those 15 minutes before I have to get in my car and go to work. After I've like eaten breakfast is really, really nice. Yeah. I wish the merchandise for this video game didn't suck.
Yeah, me too. Well, not that I would ever buy anything based on a video game.
That's
No,
not
that's
true.
embarrassing.
That's
Ever.
literally not true.
I would.
But Nikki,
never
that's
do
so
that.
lame.
That's
Someone
so
might do
lame.
that, you think?
Someone might buy a Judy Hopps Funko Pop. Gross. Fucking disgusting.
My favorite video game, the motion picture Zootopia.
Zootopia.
Hey, there's
Um,
definitely a game.
There is a game.
We should all play the Zootopia game.
We should play the
Let's
Zootopia
play all of them.
game. Let's play all of them. Lotus, you played a game called Endacopia.
I have not played a lot of it. Not to my knowledge.
Which, by the way, folks, drop the fucking banner. Brand new game. Came out just a couple days ago. Congratulations, Lotus.
I'm doing it. Well, people are still releasing adventure games, so it means that every once in a while, I do come around. But yeah, I haven't played very much of it, but this has been like, if you're a loser on the internet, it has been heavily hyped for several years now, like 4 or 5 years now. It is technically a point and click adventure game by an artist on YouTube who like kind of gained a pretty sizable following, and it's got some like weird unreality surrealism, like horror elements, which often is liked by the youth on youtube.com.
Sure.
So yeah, it has been doing numbers. You can WASD in this game and I don't like it. I never like when point and clicks do that. Yeah. I should not need to use the keyboard in a point and click game ever.
I agree.
Because the pointing is mandatory.
It's called pointing.
It's called pointing and clicking.
Yeah. It's not called WASD.
It's not WASD and pointing and clicking.
No.
But yeah, it's definitely more on the walkie adventure side than the puzzle side so far. It's kind of like that mini game cadence where you explore for a little bit and then you have to do like a little fighting mini game or a little, train running on the tracks mini game. You have to go through a maze, yada yada. A lot of reflex based mini games, which makes sense if it's for the youths
because they have better reflexes.
Because a youthful person, even if they've never played a video game, can clear a mini game based on reflexes instantly every single time.
Because their APMs are high.
Because their APMs are so high. So they're a little boring so far, I think. Yeah, no, I bet. The fighting minigame is kind of strange, and it seems like something you're going to have to do a lot, where like these weird kind of... what is that thing called? Don't hug me, I'm scared. Like, don't hug me, I'm scared-esque guys assail you, and you have to block and punch them.
Sure.
With many reflexes. But it's weird. It's very funny at times. It is clearly made by someone who has a deep love of stretch and squash pixel animation. And there's a bunch of funny little things on the side to click on. Like there's a fish on the wall and you click it and it barks and you go, haha, that's funny. And then you move on. And there's many things like that.
Like a humongous game.
It's got that humongous DNA.
Yeah.
Humongous.
So I will continue pointing and clicking.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
There's also just for fun. You can kick a soccer ball up and down repeatedly. That game's hard.
How many? Yeah, what's your
best score?
I got like to 26 before I said I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm not doing
it. Coward, quitter.
Yeah. It's true. Because also it's like once you get to 10, some kind of ominous but like exciting music starts to kick in. And once you get to 25,
30.
At 25, a spotlight stops on you, which is why I got stuck at 26 because it startled me.
So you got
and I dropped it.
What I'm hearing.
I got scared. Wow. The rest of the game hasn't been scary, but that was scary.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, John, wait, sorry. Lotus, do you have more on this video game?
No, I'm good. I'll report back.
That was great.
Thank you.
John, what is Midnight Moments?
Midnight Moments is a diorama builder. It's a chill diorama builder. That is cyberpunk twinged. So a lot of diorama builders are like, what if you built a castle with a moat? What if you had a beautiful countryside that was sun-soaked and beautiful? What if you had a peaceful little... No, this one's like, what if it was raining and there was neon everywhere?
It's boring also, isn't it?
What if it was raining?
It's also
I think these little diorama builders are really fun. They're kind of relaxing. It's a little bit like bonsai pruning. You're just kind of building little things and whatever. I don't know. I think they're relaxing. I like them. That's what they're designed to do. My big question mark about this game, which is $3. It's on Steam right now. I was given a code by the developer, so thank you. I really couldn't spend that $3. But thank you for the code. Appreciate it. Definitely. I think the toolkit is a little limited, although I have seen some of the creations built by this little diorama builder engine that are impressive. I still wonder if the toolkit is robust enough to sustain much of an audience. I would like to see it maybe grow by 30-40% to have like more assets in it. I don't know if there will be more of those added, but it is a nice chill thing. And it's fun to just play around with stuff like this, I think. Fun little ambient game to have just like on. You click back into it while you're like listening to a podcast or watching TV or just chilling out. It's a fun little thing to play around. So you can build a little the first thing I built was like an apartment complex with like a rooftop patio bar thing. You could drop people into it. Then there'll be like on their cell phone or talking to each other or whatever.
Do they like do any?
They don't really interact with each other in any meaningful way. I kind of thought that maybe that was the case, but no, they just kind of chill, sit there and do their little thing. So there's no goal, there's no end game. It's just a chill little thing. So,
sick.
But midnight moments.
I love toys.
Yeah, toys are fun. Toys are great.
Yeah, toys are good.
So I like this game. It's cute. And that's it. By the way, I was going to say, before we move on to Niki's second thing, Splatoon Raiders sold 500,000 physical copies in Japan. It's a lot.
It's like, I mean...
It's a lot.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Of them.
It's a lot. It's a lot of games.
Maybe the video game was $50.
Yeah, video game is $50. $50 and it's like a robust single player experience. Weird.
What can you say?
What can you say? With an art style and kind of like a direction. You know what I mean?
That probably has nothing to do with it though.
Nothing to do with it. You're right.
And I'm sure they didn't, save any money making it because they've already made three of them.
Because they've already made three of them, and so the engine's kind of there, and
No,
probably
nothing to do with that.
Nope.
No. Niki, you also played something called Apple TV.
Yeah, it came. And you know what? It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it came. The one that you got from GameStop?
Yeah, from Ryan.
From
Ryan sent it to me.
It worked.
There was a hand signed note in there that said, "This is for you, bud."
Thanks, pal. Thanks for your support.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the other people who like rated this shit 2.5 stars on Game. It was like it was fucking new. It just didn't have the box. Like, did I have to provide the HDMI cable? Yeah. Do I have a million HDMI cables? Yes. The person on eBay or on GameStop on the reviews was like, it was scratched to fuck. I don't know what that means. Who gives a shit? It goes under. You're not looking at it.
Who gives a shit? Yeah.
Who gives a shit? They could sand that fucking thing down to bare metal, and I would be like, that's fine, whatever.
That's fine.
It lives underneath the television.
Does it shoot video to the TV?
Yeah, does it work?
That's fine.
Sure does. You know what it doesn't have? Carl's Jr. advertisements on the home screen.
Oh, man.
It's really sick. It's
huge
fucking
if
awesome.
True.
I can connect my AirPods to my TV now.
I can't buy an Apple TV for every room.
Well, Ryan will sell you one for $100 right now. Unless I bought the last one.
If you had an Apple TV in the other room, the dogs wouldn't freak out so much.
That's exactly
They wouldn't
right.
freak out.
You could put on their Coco Melon.
Exactly.
The dogs are Coco Melon.
The one
Dog
thing
Coco
when I-
Melon.
the
Yeah,
one
actually,
thing
they like Mindhunter, the one about serial killers. They just sit there and they're like,
Hello,
yes,
Mr. Policeman.
Yep.
The one thing I will say was legitimately interesting is that I plugged it in, and then I basically didn't have to set it up. It was really it was the coolest thing in the entire world. I plugged it in, it turned on, and then it was like, hey, do you have an iPhone? And then I picked up my iPhone, and it had already sent me the notification that was like, hey, walk over to the Apple TV and tap your phone on the Apple TV. So I got up and I tapped it on the Apple TV, and then it was like, all right, bet. And then like 30 seconds later, it was at the home screen, and it had logged me into all of my shit. It had connected itself to Wi-Fi, and it had started downloading the apps that it didn't have. And the thing that was very confusing to me, there's Filbert.
You know, sometimes the walled garden does work.
It's really nice sometimes inside of the wall.
It's really nice.
Hello.
Hello,
Oh,
Filbert.
now they'll behave.
Yeah. Oh, there's a baby. Him just a little baby, and him never done anything wrong. The thing that was that part is not actually interesting. That's just, I think, what technology could be. All of the time, we just choose to not have it be that way. The thing that was interesting is that I didn't even realize that the Apple TV was out of date, update-wise, because it just worked when I plugged it in.
It just worked.
And then when I went to
Imagine.
go download the F1 app, because I don't have that on my phone, I went to the App Store and I clicked it, and then the App Store was like, hey, the newest version of this wants the newest version of tvOS, but you don't have that. So we'll just give you the last version that worked on this thing.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
And then it just downloaded the last version that worked while it downloaded
kind of
the
incredible.
update for the thing in the background.
Yeah.
The
Why?
remote is-
Why? It could just work like that.
It could just work like
Things
that.
could just work like that.
The remote is one of the dumbest things on the whole. Let me go get it, actually.
Yes, it is. It's always been dumb. I remember when my dad got an Apple TV, and also at the time, because he got it like basically when it first came out. So the service for it was not as built up or good. And I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah. What are we doing?
'Cause the remote doesn't
My
do a
parents have an
lot.
Apple TV in one of their rooms, and it is really nice, but the remote is fucking crazy.
It doesn't
it's
make
insane.
any goddamn
It doesn't
sense.
make sense.
Okay, so they patched the remote when they came out with whatever this current generation of the Apple TV is. So
Yep.
previously, it was a silver rectangle
was
about as big
silver.
as an original iPod Shuffle, and then the
Yes.
top of it was a touchpad that had like a non-visible click, and when you picked it up, you could not tell what side of the remote that you were holding because it was just fucking flat across the thing.
Yeah. Right.
You also couldn't tell if you had picked it up from the right side, because
Right.
it was flat on both sides.
Yes.
So they've revised the remote, so now it is closer to the original Apple TV remote, which was just an iPod Shuffle on the front. What they've done here is that it is still a touch-sensitive pad in the circle at the top of the thing. And then you have a play-pause button, a mute button, plus and minus up-down,
Plus and minus.
a back button,
Yeah.
which is also the home button, and then a button that just has a TV on it, and the only thing that thing does is to open the Apple TV app.
Yep. What? Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's a bad remote.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's insane. And it's so fine because it's like I almost definitely will just interact with it by talking to it. Which I feel kind of insane about, but I think it will just work that way easier. But it's such a poorly designed remote. They've removed buttons that are... The idea that the home button is a back arrow is crazy.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, that's
Yes.
my Apple TV experience. I haven't watched anything on it yet, but that's all I got for you.
Well, we appreciate the update.
Yeah.
Apple TV. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad Ryan didn't.
You
scam
could watch Friday Night Baseball on Apple TV that I'm always hearing about. And
I could do that today.
you could get live updates on every single
Every
parlay.
On DraftKings. Yeah, yeah,
Parlay.
Yeah. Sure.
That's
No,
right.
legally distinct. Legally distinct. They just put their little numbers on the side and they say,
yeah.
now you know. Now you
Now
know.
you
know.
That's just a thing
For
that could
every
happen.
single pitch, every
Oh.
single at bat, they put the little numbers in the corner. Just so you know.
Just so you know.
so you know.
I did go to a Doyer game yesterday.
A Doyer game? Oh, you
Yeah.
saw? Wait, were
No,
you there with
Joe
Mina?
didn't play.
Wait, you were there with Mina Kimes? Oh no, that was 2 days ago.
I don't know where the fuck Mina Kimes is at all.
Well, she was there to watch the Mariners play
Oh,
against the Dodgers.
I wasn't there. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. We won. I have no reviews of that other than the food item that I had at the ballpark was good. I got a pork katsu sandwich.
Ooh.
And that was yummy. It had it was lettuce, tomato, guac, pork katsu club.
Ooh.
It was yummy.
Interesting.
Okay.
Little California katsu, you know?
Yeah, kind of fun.
Kind of like an Asian fusion restaurant.
Kind of like an Asian fusion, like a California katsu. It's got the
Asian fusion at Uniqlo Field.
It's got the Uniqlo Field. It's got that fucking guac and French fry situation on it. It's really good.
Are you all done?
No, not quite.
I only had my one thing.
Yeah, no, please. If you have anything.
No, it's like it's a pork katsu, but it's like Dodger style. Anyway.
All of the food at that building fucking blows.
Really? Like a Dodger dog isn't good?
They're not. It's not the same anymore since they got rid of Farmer John. Since they destroyed the abattoir that was in the middle of the goddamn city like 10 years ago. Yeah. The Dodger dogs are off. I will say, it's on me. This is on me. The thing I'm about to say.
Okay.
Shout out to our office manager. For they put the whole thing together, and we did get $30 food vouchers.
Okay, now we're talking.
Ticket, so it was all free.
You got half of a hot dog.
Well, I actually could have. The hot dogs are like $6.50.
I was about to say the Dodger prices are not the AT&T Stadium prices.
You could have gotten a dog and one alcoholic beverage.
Yes, that is exactly correct.
Yep.
Or I could have gotten half of an alcoholic beverage, depending on where I went. John's putting something in the. Oh, okay.
My question is that regardless of the pricing situation,
sure,
my understanding of the fastest of fast foods, which is fast food that is inside of a sporting event, is the point is that it's very easy and fast to make, and that it takes like 3 things, and that it's really hard to fuck up. So how do we keep fucking it up?
That's a great question, Lotus. I got, and again, this is on me, I did get a bread pudding sundae, which should not be hard, actually.
No.
Because you can batch bread pudding really easily.
Yes.
You just got to scoop it out. You put the ice cream on top. Bing, bang, boom. You're done. It was horrible. Horrible, terrible. I also think that the ice cream machines broke while we were in line. So the ice cream was not as cold as it should have been. And it instantly turned to soup. Like in the time between us going from the stand to our seats, and it was the stand directly behind our seats. Right. We were like behind the right field foul line. No, yes, the right field foul pole, like right there. And we were just the sweet dessert zone was in the section immediately behind us. And by the time we got back down, it was soup dripping everywhere, overfilled. Like the portion control was completely off, and then it was dripping out of the brim of the bucket hat. It was a miserable experience, and then it didn't taste good. So that was a bummer.
That's very sad.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to exclusively order chicken strips and fries. Chicken strips and fries are very good.
Yes.
I don't want to have it be the only option whenever I attend an event.
The other stuff, I did also ask a man. I walked up the stairs on my way to the dessert zone, and I saw a man with a funnel cake, and I said, "Where did you get that? That looks very good." And he said, it's right here, and then he pointed behind us because it was right there. And he said, "I will say this, I have no fucking idea how I'm going to eat it." That was a quote. And I was
size?
Yeah, it was really big, like unwieldy and large, like a 3 or 4 person endeavor. And he seemed to be by himself. And I think this is a problem with stadium food, especially at baseball stadiums in this country. It's too much.
It's too much.
We're giving
too
people
much money,
too much food.
Also, often
Yes.
too large portion, but for no
Yes.
reason, and not in a
Yes.
way that makes up for the price.
No. Because if it was half as much and half as big, I think people would have a much better relationship to it.
Except popcorn. You can keep
No,
that shit
popcorn-
coming.
no.
For
Yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah,
Make it
yeah,
as
yeah.
big as
for me,
possible.
Yeah,
No,
you
make it
can
as big
keep
as
it
possible.
coming.
Yeah,
But like,
I agree with that.
it does. The stuff doesn't need to be as big
The
as it is.
Guineas. The Guineas are all, it's like you can't have just one, but you can't have 1.5.
Yeah,
You'd have to buy 2. And then I'm
Yeah.
wasting half of a Guinea.
half of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
The nachos are out of control too. The
nachos
are
are.
too
I
much.
just.
Not
I don't.
someone nacho hat. Who's that? Astros?
We have
Rangers?
nacho hat also.
no. We
I
have
think
nacho
everybody.
hat.
I think everybody have nacho.
We
hat.
definitely
I
have
don't think that's
nacho
a
hat.
cheat.
I don't think it's
there's
a.
a.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think it's
Yeah.
like a. I
No,
don't think
Everyone's
it's an
got nacho
exclusive
hat.
thing.
Not
wait, no,
exclusive, but I
sombrero.
think yes.
Yeah, the sombrero. That's the
Oh,
Rangers.
we don't
That's the
have that.
Rangers. We
Sorry,
have the
that's just a mind
sombrero.
of. That's just how Mexican my mind is. I just thought it was a hat.
A hat.
They're all sombreros to me.
They're all hats to me.
Lotus is like, all the mice run really fast, right? That's kind of my interpretation of, yeah. No, the Rangers have a sombrero filled with nachos. I did watch someone get one of those at the last game I was at.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
I will.
It's nice in a photo to be like, haha, look what we
fine,
have. I
but
get that it's a novel. No, I guess I mean
it's-
like a social media photo
Sure.
from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Rangers.
Yes,
Like, look what we have,
yes.
novelty item. But you shouldn't
Yeah.
actually be allowed to order it.
No.
They should talk you out of it when you order it. They should go.
There should be like
"Nah."
one person per game gets a raffle for it.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's
with
a
that
super
completely.
rare thing.
No, literally one person in the whole stadium
yeah,
gets
yeah.
one every night.
Yeah. You're right. You should walk in and the ticket beeper should like do a little confetti or something, and you should be like,
Yeah.
you won you've gotten the thing. The application, we all use the same app. Every building uses the same app. It's the MLB Ballpark app. Which we
MLB
all
Ballpark,
love.
yeah.
We all love
It
every day
works
we wake up.
I
perfectly.
love that we have to use it for minor league baseball games too now.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So
That's
really awesome.
so fun.
That's
so
really
fun.
awesome. Every day I wake up and I say, thank God for the MLB Ballpark app.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks. Just fucking bad.
It's a bad app.
Not even conceptually, like obviously conceptually it's insane that you need to download an application to go to
A
sporting
ballpark.
event.
Yeah.
You go click on the thing that's like, oh, it's like, great, awesome, welcome to Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. The thing that the legal name of the building that everyone calls it. You want to find food, right? So you click on food and you just go to type in, where could I find if I wanted to, hypothetically speaking, I don't know, a hot dog. You type in hot dog, it's like, I don't know.
They're like, okay, so you're looking for something, I can tell. We have an alphabetized list
Yes.
of anything you might be looking for.
Yes.
Sometimes food is not an option. Hot dog
Yes.
is not an option. You
Yes.
have to go to restaurants.
Yep.
They don't say where they are.
No.
And good luck
No.
trying to find a fucking bathroom.
No, fuck you. If you're looking for a bathroom, go fuck yourself.
Walk in a
Also-
circle until you run into one.
Yeah, that's it. That's the solution. The other thing that's insane is that the whole point of food at baseball stadiums specifically is the fuck you novelty factor. You have to from a usability perspective, put each individual fuck ass item in the goddamn thing. If
I
I'm
agree.
looking for potato
Yeah.
taquitos, I need to be able to type potato taquitos into the fucking
I-
search box, and you
I
tell me
completely
exactly
agree.
where I can find it.
I
You can't
completely
just
agree.
say, the fucking 350 North Mexican Vittles.
No,
I don't
no.
know what that means.
No.
Also, someone else also sells pork taquitos, but they're
Yeah.
called burger restaurants.
Right. No, I totally agree. Like the Rangers published like a list of like some of the new stuff that they had, and I went to the ballpark app and I was like, and they had like something Thai. Like there was a Thai stand
Yeah.
somewhere in the thing, and I wanted the specific item, and it just like wouldn't come up for me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna scroll this fuck ass app until I find what I'm looking for.
It didn't even have all of the like I was in line for the sweet treat one, and I clicked on the sweet treat thing that I was in front of. It did not have the full list of the items that were available.
Dumb.
That takes the compute. Listen, I'm not saying to fucking use AI, but Major League Baseball would fucking love to use AI for this and say that the application is powered by Copilot. Yeah. And then be like, and what did they do? We walked around and we took pictures of all the menu boards, and we told Copilot to put them in the goddamn
Copilot said
app.
What the words on them was.
Yeah.
And everyone's experience was better.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
I want to type into Ballpark app. I need to piss right now. And Copilot should be like, buddy, just turn around. There's one right behind you.
No one's better at holding in their piss than you. But if I can offer a piece of advice, it'd be to turn around. I don't know if Copilot is as sycophantic as the other ones, but I would want it to talk like that.
You're doing a great job, Piss Camel. But if you need something to relieve yourself quickly, yeah.
As a reminder, based on your polymarket activity, it does have a 70% chance that Mike Trout is about to hit a dinger in the next inning, so you might want to try to hold it.
But 70% chance of hitting a dinger, 30% chance of dying at the plate. Mike Trout.
What? Interesting.
49 years old, Mike Trout. Listen, Nikki, we know you have to go relatively soon.
You got me for 10 more minutes.
Go to VGBees.com/Discord. Join the Discord. You can join it for free. And if you join our Hive, which is VGBees.com/join, you can ask us questions.
Wait, sorry. Can I have 2 minutes real quick?
You can have 2 minutes.
Hey, so everyone loved to have the World Cup. Yes. We had a fucking blast at the FIFA World Cup 2020.
And everyone's talking about how fair it was and how nice FIFA is as an organization.
And we all love it.
FIFA's so good. And actually everyone's super happy with FIFA.
Yeah, really. Off of the back of the most lucrative, successful, highest attended World Cup in the history of the event. Mr. Giannis Infant said, I'm gonna sell it to somebody. I don't know who. I think we should sell it though. And
really
literally everyone was like, nah, bud, you aren't though.
Yeah.
So now he has to probably quit.
He has to quit.
It's so he was like, I think I'm gonna get JP Morgan Chase and Jared Kushner to get in here, and we're gonna try to sell the World Cup to somebody. And then all of Europe, even Russia.
Everyone.
They're not. Hey, Russia's not allowed.
They're not even allowed.
They aren't allowed.
But they still have an opinion.
And they said, "Nah, I think we're good on that, brother. I guess we're not gonna do it until you figure out your shit. We did just win it, and we're good on this. Actually, we're not gonna. We're good. CONCACAF a little bit softer, but the United States and Canada were like, nah,
no,
we're also okay." Donald Trump is our president, and we're also okay.
We're also good.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Imagine misreading it that bad.
Misreading it, and also just like it's funny. Like, you know, listen, they're two different things. I understand that, but it's funny how some weeks we'll talk about unions and collective action on the show and be like, yeah, it's kind of like feels a little flaccid, you know, sometimes when it happens. And then sometimes collective action happens, just like, wow, that blew up so bad for you guys.
Yeah, do you see how easy it was?
You see how easy that is? That's incredible.
You do that all of the time. And
incredible.
Anyway, as of like 45 minutes ago, he changed his mind.
Oh, he's like, no, we're not going to sell it.
Yanni's like, I'm good.
Sorry.
It was a joke, actually.
That was actually a comedy joke that I'm trying out for the fucking president's correspondence dinner, the White House correspondence dinner. By Type 5.
Cool prank we did.
It's just a joke that we did. So we only have you for a couple of questions, maybe. So we'll start with My Hero Zero asking, when was the last time you hurt yourself in the kitchen? A question inspired by the nasty burn I just got from a pan lid.
Where is it? Oh, it's here. You can kind of see the scar.
Yeah. Wow.
I walked past. I was steaming dumplings. Walked past the walked past the pot and the mouth of the lid. I was using the wrong lid on the wrong.
You walked past it. Well, pot. What were you using? A wok or a pot? I'm confused with dumplings. Nope, Nikki.
No,
don't
wait.
leave
Look what you did.
yet. Oh no, Nikki.
Now we'll
left
never
early.
know what happened.
Oh no.
I just walked past it, and then the steam was coming out. Just scalded the shit out of my arm. That was the last. That was maybe like that was in the winter, I think. So December. What happens now is that my knife skills are not very good on account of my poor fine motor skills, and I'm really trying to adjust. But I keep getting into scenarios where I start to cut my nails with the knife.
Oh sure, when you have long nails.
They're a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Okay, got.
So like I
I just try to avoid cutting anything with nails.
No, that's so real.
All of a sudden, I'm like, grating the garlic is fine.
Yeah.
So whatever. Also, hey, actually though, I think it's harder to do than
grating garlic
than with nail than slicing it.
Oh yeah.
Which I discovered, because the problem is you have to hold the garlic with your fingertips, which normally you do kind of pointed.
Sure.
Nail too long can't do it. So you have to do it sideways, and also it gets slimier the longer you go.
Maybe cooking is sexist. They want to make women cook all the time, but think about it.
Really think about it.
Really think about it.
That's why we need to make acrylics for him.
Oh, they didn't have nails back then, John.
Not at all.
Yeah, but
just nubs.
Women didn't get nails until like 1985, I think.
Yeah, but they knew how to take care of their men, you know.
So true, brother. Damn right.
And you're damn right.
You damn right. Let's go back. No, I've never thought about that. Yeah, no, chopping stuff with long nails. I don't know. I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
check your fucking bias, brother.
I will. I'm listening and learning. Okay.
I'm listening. I'm learning. The thing is, though, I'm a very fair weather nail person where I don't like to get them redone, especially because my nails are just not my human nails, not good.
Yeah.
My nail bed's small and weak, so when they start to grow out, they get taken off, and then I wait a few months, which means that I never have to really figure it out. Bitches who keep nails on, I don't. They can do anything just completely fine.
It's
not me yet, but I'll get there, I guess.
You'll get there.
Or I'll cut out my fingers off. One of the two.
Only a couple.
Well, don't do that.
That was my last kitchen injury.
The last one I can think of isn't like an injury, but it's really stupid, so I want to say it. But I was getting like, not like a cut, but when you have the scrape, so you just have like the dead skin cut, and you're like, it kind of stings, but I don't know what that's from. And I was getting it right on this little web in my thumb. It's because we had, I think, brownies that were very difficult to pry open.
Sure.
And so I cut that part of my thumb on the plastic, apparently.
Brownies that were difficult to pry open.
Yes.
Brownies difficult to pry open. Okay.
Yeah.
Like from the store.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know you. Wait.
Other than that, like the plastic was so hard to pry open that you have to grab onto it. Yeah. The plastic is so hard to pry open that I would put my hands in a compromising position and
I got you.
A little cut by the plastic. Other than that, I'm sure I touched a cookie sheet or a baking sheet and hurt myself.
I thought Lotus, you were using the verb pry to describe
no, I get what you mean.
Brownie out of a pan. That's what I thought. I was like, pry a brownie open.
I had a mystery injury and had to get one of those dot-shaped Band-Aids, and I was like,
oh yeah.
And then one time when I was trying to open the same tin with the Band-Aid on, I said, got it. I see what's happened now.
Problem solved, mystery solved.
Problem solved.
Otherwise, it's probably putting a baking sheet into the oven. Therefore, I did not have the gloves on because you're just dropping it in and like touch the thing a little.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's my best guess.
I pulled a pan out of the oven. Like I was doing I think it was a steak, and I put the pan in the oven after searing it, and then I pulled it out of the oven, and that was great. And I put it on the stove, and I was getting ready to take the steak off and then cut it open, and then I just forgot that I had just taken the pan out of the oven, so I grabbed the handle. Just fully grab the handle and burn my hand.
And that was good? Oh.
It hurt a lot.
Yeah.
It hurt a lot and burned my hand. Yeah,
Sorry,
so
brother.
that's the last one. Yeah. Nikki?
I TED mine already. I started mine first. I know.
I was going to say.
It's been 10 minutes.
It's been 10 minutes. That's why I was just going to say.
I'll do one more.
Oh, okay. Ooh, what's the best Blizzard? Ask Plastic Priest.
Ask a different one.
What's the last thing you had to look up because you forgot?
So stupid. I couldn't remember what this is. This is how
Let
I
me
know
open
I'm
my
washed.
Wikipedia.
Watch Niki is back, and by back I mean here. I couldn't remember what the name of the place where my high yield savings account is, so I had to go through Google, and I had to be like, I couldn't remember what it was called because the app I guess was not on my phone. Anyway, it's called Marcus. Thanks.
It's called
We solved
Marcus.
it.
You know, this is a little bit, I mean, it's kind of cheating because it's like, I feel like it's a crossover to a different podcast, so I kind of feel like it's cheap. But I did have to search the word quarry to remind myself what a quarry was.
That's so real.
Merritt brought up a quarry, and then all three of us on After Driving this week could not figure out if we all had the same working definition of what a quarry was. So I had to look that up.
You know what, John? I also had to look that up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I had to look up vetiver because I forgot what it was.
What?
Vetiver?
Velveeta?
Yeah, Velveeta.
It's cheese, Lotus.
What is vetiver?
So vetiver is a really common perfume note that is a kind of like type of grass.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I know what the note is and smells like, but I was like, I think it's a real thing.
It's like
and
nut.
It is Chrysopogon zizanioides.
Jesus, come on.
Wow.
This is a family
You don't
show,
love
Lotus.
that? You don't love
It's a
that?
family show, Lotus.
That's
You
my
can't just
favorite
say stuff
Star
like
Wars
that.
character.
Give me another one.
Oh my God! Holy shit!
Niki demands more.
You're the one that said he had to fucking leave. Good lord. Blackjack Attack asking, what's the best song to perform a cappella?
None of them, but Cheerleader by Omi.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Was that your answer too, Lotus?
I'm trying to think of one. I think acapella is often a mistake, but if you can do it, I mean, Memory from Cats, because I don't think there's really a lot of music in that.
The Cup Song by Anna Kendrick.
You're your own
Next
instrument.
question.
Okay. Bye, Nikki.
Bye, Nikki. Thanks for hanging out, Nikki. We'll see you next week.
You'll have to take us back to the top. I don't know where we are.
Yeah, I will. I will take us back to the top. By the way, Nikki, I was going to ask Nikki this, but just so you're listening and you didn't know this, Iris, Nikki's adorable foster dog, got adopted.
She got adopted.
Oh my God, Nikki's back.
I didn't leave. She got adopted. Isn't that cool?
Isn't that cool?
Isn't that
so
so
cool?
Sick?
I'm so glad.
I'll never fucking do that again.
Never.
I'll never fucking do that again.
What if you get like more of a problem dog?
No.
Wait! You didn't get like an incredible high from the fact that she got
absolutely.
adopted? Okay.
And then I cried so hard after I dropped that dog off that I had to stop my car 2 to 3 times because I thought I was gonna crash. I'm never doing that shit.
What
again.
about a lizard, like a reptilian lizard?
Yeah, what about a lizard?
I don't want a lizard in my house. I'm allergic to those.
That's fine. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Actually, I probably did and I forgot.
That's okay. I'm allergic.
That's
to
the
those.
last thing I had to Google.
Yeah. Is Nikki allergic to cats?
Yeah, is Nikki allergic to cats?
Hold on.
Yep.
Is
Ask
Nikki
Nikki
Grayson
allergic
to cats?
God, what? Yeah, what does AI say about us? Holy shit.
It doesn't come up.
Ah, boo. Wow. Nikki, you have anything to plug or any parting words?
No. I mean, last week it was the dog. But this is normally the part where I would say go watch the W, but I'm mad at them right now. So.
I'm mad at them too. I'm mad at
There's a few reasons. Imagine that.
Yeah, there's a couple of reasons.
The dub is rubbing me the wrong way right now.
The dub's rubbed, you know.
The dub's
rubbed.
Yeah.
Maybe you can I don't know. Go outside. It's gonna be nice most places this weekend.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
since,
Sure.
yeah, okay,
Yeah. No.
it's
2/3 of this podcast doesn't matter. Sure.
it's gonna be okay.
Well,
First of
you
all,
have
it's
to
gonna be
remember I'm
95
cold-blooded.
degrees here. So I mean, please. Saturday's
Unfortunately,
gonna
there's
be
there's nothing I like more. Keeping that AC nice and frosty, waking up in the morning feeling like death, stepping out onto
Mm-hmm.
the balcony and baking a lime for about 10 minutes, and
Baking.
then
Just
coming back
gotta
inside.
I'm telling
roasting.
you,
Just
it's gonna be nice.
roasting.
So yeah, get some sun time this weekend, kids. It's
Roasting.
good for
Get some
you.
sun time.
Next
Yeah.
Okay,
week, I
that's all
come
I have.
back a whole different color.
Whoa,
Yep.
whoa! You're gonna get Michael Jackson
Whoa.
surgery?
Reverse.
That's crazy. Reverse Michael
Whoa.
Jackson.
Wow, the Robert Downey Jr. Tropic Thunder surgery?
Whoa! I didn't even know they still did that.
Incredible.
I thought they had to
That's
stop.
incredible.
Do
A
I
coworker
leave this?
a coworker posited that they shouldn't have replaced Jonathan Majors. They should have still gotten
Fuck.
Robert Downey Jr. to do
God, that would have been
blackface.
so sick.
Which was so funny to me. I
would have
laughed for
been
like
so
5
sick.
If
minutes.
it
It would
was
have
the
been really
exact
funny.
same reveal of his as him as
Yeah,
Doom,
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
so I was like,
God, that would
that's
have been
really
sick.
good. Nikki, just go to the download thing, the
Okay,
upload thing.
goodbye.
All right, bye. Bye. All right, now it's just Lotus and I. All right, let's go next to Haneker. If John Goodman wanted to revisit the fun of making Pissed, which is, of course, if you don't know, the parody game of Myst, what game should he try to parody next? Now, John Goodman is quite old. Like, he's really old. Very old.
so the
Hey,
correct answer
real
is always going to be The Last of Us 1 or 2.
real quick, when we started recording this show, before we actually hit record, Nikki goes, "How's my AC?"
Yeah.
And we were like, "It's fine. It sounds
But
good."
you
It is
notice
so quiet now that it's just you and
it's
I.
not loud,
It's not
but you
loud.
get
It just is.
acclimated
It
to it.
fills the space. Like, it's very
And the
strange.
thing is, if you're listening to the audio version, Jordo takes it out, so we might just sound insane.
We might just sound insane. Although I'm the one producing the show this week, so
Oh,
it
okay. So
probably
you're not going to
sounds
sound insane.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm going to be. Listen, Jordan gave me a lot of feedback and like guidance on how to
Uh-huh.
do this. There's no way I'm going to do it as good as him. So
Yeah.
we'll just have to see. Okay, what should John Goodman try to parody next? Well, I would say The Witness, but that
You got the looker.
you got the looker already, which was great.
I do think being the star of an FMV, The Last of Us 2, and he gets beamed in the first hour would be really funny.
Oh, that's such a good answer. I can't top that. That's a really good answer.
Because to me, especially because, again, my number 2 movie of all time, Monsters, Inc., he's always like dad character to me. He's played many different characters, but we all know.
We all know.
Papa.
We all know. Papa. Fonk asking, Secret Level Season 2 is confirmed to exist with a Warhammer episode. What games do you think get adaptations? Will we only have one Concord this season, if even? Stupid.
I'm looking up a list because I don't remember many of them.
I was going to say, I don't Secret Level. Yeah, I didn't watch this series. So, okay, so there's Armored...
It has to be someone who's willing to whore it out, firstly.
So the first season was Armored Core, Concord, Crossfire. Oh my god, Crossfire. Dungeons & Dragons, Exodus, Honor of Kings, Mega Man, New World Eternum, Outer Worlds, Pac-Man Shadow Labyrinth, just general PlayStation, Sifu, Spelunky, Unreal Tournament, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Huh. Huh. Did I say Honor of Kings? Did I say that already?
You said it out loud, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Whatever Night Dive is remastering at the moment.
Ooh, yeah, like a System Shock, I think is a good
shout. Or like adjacent.
I think System Shock, I think Man.
What's that? Now listen, I know I'm pretty sure this is 2 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have the context, so I can just ask the question the way I'm thinking of it. What's that
Mm-hmm.
game that's not Anthem?
Exodus that we talked
That
about
one.
last week.
That one.
Lotus, that's in what I just said. They've already done it.
Ooh. I was thinking of Anthem. God damn it.
It's really funny. Yeah, they did one. Yeah. Nick Hansen is a widowed mechanic on a recently colonized frontier world, Lydon. Yearning for more, his daughter, Mary, runs away with traveler Raphael to explore the galaxy for priceless artifacts. Nick is desperate to find his daughter. And
Stellar Blade?
Stellar Blade's a good
They're
shout.
making another one.
Stellar Blade Neo? Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe? Oh,
Or
Crimson
Oni.
Desert.
Sure. I would think like Onimusha before Neo. Because they at
Yeah.
least kind of try to imagine that something might be coming out in the
Kind of
immediate future
in
of
the
the thing,
immediate
as
future.
opposed to after.
Sure, that's a good point. Although they did do Mega Man.
They did do Mega Man. However, I don't know if a Mega Man was coming out.
I don't think
Okay.
so. I mean, there is a new Mega Man on the horizon, but it's like it's a ways away, I think. Um, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, trying to think. Yeah, those are well, there's got to be a classic one too,
Oh, sure.
because there was a Pac-Man and there was a Mega Man, and
Oh,
so maybe it's
Metal
like
Slug.
Metal Slug's a good shout. Contra,
SNK. Yeah.
Contra,
SNK
maybe
will whore out.
Konami will whore out.
Yeah.
Maybe Contra, maybe Metal Slug. I like those examples. All right, Plastic Priest asking, what's the best Blizzard? Of course, this is referring to a Dairy Queen Blizzard, which you got to hold upside down in the drive-through window before they
Yes.
hand it to you.
I love very classic video is someone at Whataburger doing that with just a drink, pouring it all over the ground and saying, "I'm so sorry, I used to work at Dairy Queen.
That's
I
really
just quit
good.
my job at Dairy Queen."
That's really, really funny. Yeah.
The thing is, I remember liking Blizzard so much as a kid, but then going into the drive-through at Dairy Queen recently, I was like, they have so much stuff in them.
They
Like
have
I
too much
kind of
stuff.
like, let me get the M&M Blizzard.
Yeah, so I'm a simple person. So Anne always gets a Heath Blizzard, and that's really good because it's got toffee chocolate,
I'm
toffee
looking at
chocolate
the
vanilla. It's
list.
good. I think a Reese's is fine.
Things
I like the
I
simple.
love a dipped cone.
A dip cone is good. A dip cone is good. If you're gonna get a Blizzard, I think you go simple. But the most complex I think I've gotten is a turtle Blizzard, which is like chocolate caramel pecan, and that's good. That is good.
I'd
I
probably
think
go for M&Ms.
M&M's is good. M&M's is good. No judgment on M&M.
I like Oreos, but in a concoction, not as much. I need them to be kind of squishy.
I had so from Melt, a local ice cream place that was at Bishop Arts in Dallas. Their Rocky Road is like a chocolate ice cream base with marshmallow and almond, but also crucially, with their crushed up Oreo cookie kind of throughout. So it's got this like chocolate cookie thing going too, which I thought was really good. Um, that doesn't answer your question, Fonk, but I'm just telling you about an ice cream cone I had last week, which was good. So there you go. Dofocus asking, great news. Emboldened by the success of the financial model, you have been given $100 million by Mark Andreessen's A16Z to monetize a currently extant non-video game product via microtransactions. Assume no regulatory oversight or operational judicial challenges. Which product is it? How are you milking these pigs?
If we're trying to make money now, you'd have to
Yeah.
have some kind of diet thing.
Ooh, a diet thing. That's interesting.
Because if we're assuming if I'm in here, it's because I'm evil. So if I was evil, it would be a diet thing.
It would be a diet thing.
It'd be
Yeah.
some kind of diet exercise, Duolingo, you can pay not to lose your streak kind of situation.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
If you pay or if you're on this plan, it's technically not a cheat day. It's just a regular day. Fatty.
Yeah, fatty. I would do like a meal prep organization that's like, yeah, this is the fucking balanced diet you need. No seed oils,
No seed
none of that
oils.
bullshit. Like, this is the thing you need, and it's all absolute garbage. It tastes so bad. But it's gonna give you the protein and, more importantly, the peptides you need to get where you're going. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's how I'd milk those pigs. I can't imagine working with Mark Andreessen's money. Like, I cannot fucking imagine doing it. Harkabian asking, what's your favorite Deus Ex Machina moment? I guess like in anything ever? In anything ever. Examples? Let me, like, I know what a Deus Ex Machina moment is.
It might be
but,
helpful
like,
to have a list.
yeah, but I gotta find a list because I'm dumb, right? Like I don't read. Um, Like the Great Eagles in Lord of the Rings is a commonly cited moment. Yeah, sure, I got it.
Oh, there's somehow Palpatine returned. That was
Somehow,
pretty good.
yeah, except Deus Ex Machina is usually
I guess you have to
solving a problem.
It solves a
right?
story problem, but not like a
Well, yeah,
not a
that's true.
present issue.
That's true.
Oh no, I had one, then I forgot it. Shit. Oh, maybe I will go on the record saying, no matter how much shit I talk about Marvel, I liked
Yeah.
Infinity War a lot, actually. Watching that film in
Okay.
theaters, I was like, wow, that was really fucking fun and cool. And I can't believe they did that. And then Avengers Endgame came out. And I also watched that in the theater. And I said,
Yeah.
huh?
It's
Because the
actually
time travel is set up way
yeah.
like it's been set up for at that point a decade or whatever.
Yeah.
And so the idea of it is there. And then they're like, yeah, so we kind of just like know where everything is and we'll just walk in and get it. And then
we'll
they
just
mostly
walk in
do.
and get it.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
little it's maybe
it's-
not one thing so much, but
Oh, that's definitely a Deus Ex Machina. I mean, like it's writers Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely admitted the time travel plot device in the 2019 film was a result of having written themselves into a corner. So they know it's a Deus Ex Machina. Like, they knew
hey,
that.
there you go.
They knew it. They absolutely knew it. I mean, the signs aliens being allergic to water. That's like
Love
that.
that
That.
movie scared me so bad as a kid.
Scared me so bad, and then they just at the end they're like, yeah, but they're allergic to water. It's like, how did they decide to invade a planet that's mostly water?
Right, that's the thing too. It's not like these ones where like the aliens show up and they got their blasters and then they breathe the
Yeah.
Earth's air and immediately get cancer.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
can see the water from space.
You can see the water. It's full of water. And they're like, yeah.
There's a lot of
okay.
water.
There's a lot of water. Really, really funny. Don't Focus also asking shit. Also, great news. Due to the success of your last venture, which you all know what they are, A16Z has given you another $100 million to create the next door of video games. If you don't at least kind of try, you will be financially and reputationally ruined. What are you making? What are the features?
So next door is ostensibly supposed to be like, "Hi neighbors,
Hi neighbors,
I'm
here's what's
giving
going
away my
on.
table if you want to pick it up.
Right.
I'm hosting a little shindig for the
Yeah.
finals if you
The
want to show
block
up."
party this
In
weekend.
reality, it's all about snitching and drama and conflama.
I think I saw a black person in the neighborhood today.
Oh my god.
I think I saw someone stealing a
What should we do?
package.
Huh.
Yeah, it's all that. It's all that. Somebody come over here and fuck my wife. It's stuff like that. It's like it's really crazy.
So if you've ever been in a Call of Duty voice chat, they kind of already have the next door
They
of
kind of
video games.
yeah, they kind of already have it. The next door of video games.
So people have to be able to talk to each other.
Yeah, I think it is.
Are we talking about levels of evil?
I think it's just the ability to tap into every device's microphone and just hear what everyone is saying and doing all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
No more team chat on anything ever.
No more team chat. You can just kind of hear everything.
Yeah.
I love those. Every once in a while I get served a TikTok. I don't really get served gamer TikToks a lot, which I'm really thankful about.
Yeah.
But every once in a while I'll get one and it's just like people playing Call of Duty, but like one person is getting their back blown out.
Oh, right,
it's just like you just hear people having sex on one. It's just like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, bro, you're gonna nut while you're playing Call of Duty,
bro.
Yeah,
Unk is washed on mic.
Totally what? You hear how gassed he is? Anyway.
Do you hear how gassed Unk is?
Unk is so gassed. Infinite Jerf is asking, rough week. So you know what that means. I'm asking you to list nice things in a bizarre form of self-soothing. What's one good thing that happened to you? One thing you enjoyed doing? Or both, if you got them.
What day is it today?
It is Friday.
It is Friday, July 31st.
July 31st.
I did love being a hater this week.
I was wondering how this would come up.
Someone had to bring it up at some point. I don't have to say anything.
Bring it up. I don't know. We could talk about it if you want. I mean, I think that Aftermath had hater week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have anything against those people. I like Riley on a personal level. He's the only one I really know that well. Friendly with Nathan Grayson, friendly with Gita. Don't know Chris or Luke. They had hater week this week, and their targets were Palmer Luckey, the state of games journalism.
AI.
One other one. AI.
And then the others, well, including the state of games journalism, were part of the point of Hater Week was to run counterpoint articles at the same time, which I find strange for something.
Yeah. Don't be a centrist. If you're going to be a hater, you can't be a centrist. You just can't.
Yeah, there's also the thing that people kept talking about is like, I don't know if you can try to say hater is like, I'm doing legitimate criticism, but I am purporting a contrarian opinion, which is getting me a lot of hate. Or if you mean in the funny, silly way of like, well, I think Super Mario Sunshine is the best one, actually.
Sure, right.
And doing them all as part of a hater week is a bit odd. And then makes the parts that are the more jokey or the more like common opinion ones, which is Palmer Luckey is bad, really stand out is like kind of whatever.
Yeah. I think it's fine that whenever one of his retro mod projects gets some play, that major outlets go, hey, just reminding you, that's Palmer Luckey's thing. Like, I do think that is valuable because
drone metal.
I do think a lot of people forget that. I do.
Or just don't know somehow.
But the idea of a hater week being like, by the way, Palmer Luckey sucks is like, okay, you're not being a hater. Like, you can't be a hater of a war criminal. Like
sure.
What are we doing? Like, you just can't.
Especially a popularly hated war criminal.
A popularly hated war criminal. So I did enjoy you also being a hater because you posted a good article over on dialedindie.net.
If we could call it that.
Yeah, we can.
A blog
we call it
post.
that. A blog.
Some
A
words on a
blurb.
website.
Words on a website. It was good. So you should go check that out.
Thank you.
Did anything good happen to you?
Never has.
Never has. That's fair.
I did say something to you right before this started, which happened right at the end of the week, and now I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I guess I could give the SparkNotes version. I had to open a new bank account because my mom got frauded really badly. and again, hey, we're recording this on the 31st, so I had to rush to my bank to say
You had
I
to
need to
go.
pay rent like right now
Like,
because it
right
didn't go
now.
through because of this.
Mhm.
So like, yeah.
God. Stressful.
I did
Stressful.
legitimately enjoy hating, though. I don't mean that as a funny.
No. I know
It
you
is
did.
nice to be in. Well, just for the sake of the question, part of hating that is important is being in camaraderie with other people.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's like I respect the spirit and the idea of deciding like, oh, this week we're gonna like post hater articles. I just felt like it was a little toothless.
Yeah.
And I feel like at VGBees.com you can expect us to be haters all year. Except for the 1 week a year. We'll make it an annual thing. A no
Oh,
bummers
Lord.
episode. Once a year. We'll do a no bummers. Which is, by the way, one of my favorite episodes we've ever recorded because it, to be clear to our brand new listeners, ultimately was not a no hater, like was not a no bummers, but
Not
we
only did
tried.
we get it in under the wire to where it would legitimately be impossible, but it was already the bummers were already building to a point where it was like, okay, we have to throw out most
We
of
have
this
to
week's
throw out
stories
most of it. We just have to throw it out.
and
Like we have
and
to
pretend
throw
to
it out.
try our best.
But we tried our best. Also, I recorded it from a parking lot of a gas station in Alabama.
That's right.
Dumb. Really funny though. What? So I am part of a nonprofit, and we serve kids with disabilities in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I've been on the board for a few years, and this week I was voted in as the upcoming president for the next 4 years.
Wow.
Which was very cool, and I was very honored to be named president, and that starts on September 1st, and I'll be doing that until fiscal year 2030. So that was a cool thing that happened to me this week. I was actually very happy about that. Don't feel like I deserve it, but I'm not gonna.
Don't put
We don't have
that
to
into
dive
the
into
world,
that.
you know?
Yeah. Just happy that it happened. It's really nice. So that was a nice thing. Something I enjoyed this week. Oh boy, what did I enjoy though? I enjoy having dogs that want to ruin my life.
2 lovely dogs.
2 lovely dogs. I did, fine. I'll go with that. I spent a lot of nice little outside time with the dogs this week. I get to watch them kind of luxuriate in the fact that we have a big backyard that we worked really hard to have. What are you whining about? What?
Ravioli says, "How about you shut him the fuck up, Dad?" How about that?
Listen, I don't know, bud. He's your friend. I didn't do anything. Hold on one second.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, now I can't think about nothing else. I can't think of a different good thing. I'm sure there's some random thing.
There's some random thing. Funk asking, do you think Miyamoto thinks of Splatoon as a Super Mario Sunshine imposter? It's kind of funny.
No.
I don't think so, but he's got to, sometimes he's got to look at Splatoon and be like, I had the idea of, like, ink covering the ground first. That's probably what he thinks about. Jason asking, the powers that be have mandated a fight to the death between game dev and big tech luminaries. Who's your money on?
If we're just talking fist to fist, mano a mano?
Fist to fist, I think game dev.
You think?
Kinda.
I don't know.
You think Sam Altman? You think Sam Altman can take Satya?
Does he count?
I don't know. Wait, yeah, because he kind
They'd
of
both be
kind
on.
of
He don't count as Xbox.
No,
because
you can't.
here's my thing. Any real game dev, even and especially a luminary, is 50 plus. and their wrists don't work anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I want to believe in them, but physically, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the youth and the bizarre repressed emotions of big tech, and
Yeah.
of course, the cocaine heroin usage would probably, in the short term, give them the edge.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's right.
Unless one of the game dev luminaries is secretly an MMA fighter and we're doing a kind of 1v1 relay, then in which case, you know, it's over.
It's over. Schwab Pug's asking if you were to start a YouTube series playing random Steam games based only on their tags, i.e., Iron Pineapple Souls-like series, what Steam tag would you choose? Obviously, I would choose adult. Thank you very much. Time for John Warren's Titty Steam game. Palooza. No, I don't think that's my real answer. But let me
Point and
take a
click
look at
is
that.
too easy, but it is also probably what I would pick.
It's probably what you would pick. Where are all of the tags? Oh, God. What are all the tags? Where are they? All right, here we go. View all tags. All right. What tag would I pick to do a... Gosh, wow. There are so many fucking tags. It's so crazy. I know we talked
You
about
could do
this
one
at
of the
some
new
point.
dumb ones they added, like wolves.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a lot of the brand new dumb ones. Wolves. Yep, wolves. That's it. Wolves is it.
That's what you're going for.
Wolves. Yeah, there are 9 tagged wolves games. There's Lotus. If you can name one, I will send you $500 right now.
Oh, that's tagged with the wolves.
Yep,
I wish
tagged
I
with
could
wolves.
remember the name of that fucking furry MMO where everyone would play as wolves in, like, I don't know,
Mm,
2007 was.
mm.
I let me just go for the smart answer. I'm gonna say Wolf Quest.
Wolf Quest.
It's my best guess.
That's your best guess. Well, guess what, Lotus? I don't have $500 to send you, but you would have won $500 because
Yeah.
Wolf Quest is indeed one of the games that is overwhelmingly positive with almost 10,000 reviews on Steam. Wolf
Holy shit,
Quest,
that's a lot.
that's a lot. Wolf Quest Anniversary Edition is $30 now on Steam. Here are the other 8 games.
Hey, John, you know what's so funny? After looking at a photo of it, that's the game I was talking about.
Okay, yep, that's it.
I
That's an
I
MMO without the
when
wolves. Yep,
I
that's it.
believe so, but uh when I said let me do the safe answer, that was purely a noun plus likely
Yeah,
noun
I could
guess.
tell, Lotus. I could tell, but you were exactly correct. That's the
I
real
think
one.
this is what I was thinking of. If not, then it is
I
staggeringly
mean,
similar to what I recall from images.
live the life of a wild wolf in a realistic ecological simulation
Must be
set in
inspired by it
Yellowstone
at least.
National Park. And yes, there are 10,000 overwhelmingly positive
Wow.
reviews of this game. The other 8 games, okay? Scriptorium, Master of Manuscripts.
Okay.
Beastkin Training, The Trials of a Beastkin Noblewoman. Lost Ember Rekindled Edition. Stay Your Forever Pet. The regular version of Lost Ember. The Wilds. Crescent Quest. And The Restless Sheep and Lone Wolf, A Tale of Cutthroat Lovers. Those are the games tagged. Wolf. So that's what I would select. Macabret asking, what is your favorite novelty controller? It's gotta be the bongos, huh? For
The
me.
bongos are pretty good.
Yeah,
I
Bonkers are
I
tough.
do love the wheel that came with Mario, or not came with Deluxe Edition or whatever. Mario Kart Wii,
Hmm.
that you would just put the Wii in the middle of it
Yes, super
and
dumb.
it didn't work.
It didn't work. Like it was so dumb. I was really delighted by that, and then I was very disappointed that it just didn't work at all. Yeah. Those are good answers. My Hero Zero asking, what's something in real life that should have cartoon physics? For example, toasters should launch toast several feet into the air. I agree with that completely.
I agree with that. I think falling, because do you know, like, this is just a thing you get reminded of in real life every once in a while. And it's that anyone at any moment, but especially after a certain age, can just fall and die because they fell.
Yeah,
So I
I
think it
know.
should always be cartoon, and they do not
Hmm.
die.
They
You
don't
just
die. No
become
fall
cartoon
damage.
jelly. Yeah, no fall damage,
Yeah.
but you do like a banana peel, triple somersault in midair, fall down the stairs into a trash can, but you're fine.
As someone who fell last Wednesday for the first
Okay.
time in maybe 10 years, I can tell you, yeah, it would have been really
You
cool if it
you
had
would have
just
liked
been
that.
like, I would have loved that a
It'll
lot.
hurt at like a cartoon level where you are yelling and
Right.
screaming and you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
ah, ooh, ah, ooh.
Bah! Ooh!
But
Ah!
ultimately, you will be completely fine.
Yeah, so my rib, because I fell in the bathroom because I tripped over a step ladder that
Oof.
wasn't supposed to be there. My ribs up here, up by my armpit, they still hurt a little
Not
bit.
great.
Not great. A
Not
week
great.
later. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I think that's a good answer. I think like if you hit yourself with a hammer, it should create a knot that grows like six
Oh
inches
yeah.
above. Just boink, and it like is bright
With the
red.
little band-aid on it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. 100%. I think that's what it should be. Grace asking a question I legitimately do not understand at all.
Ooh, baby. Ooh,
Okay,
baby.
great. I thought you might, or I was at least
It took me a second,
hoping.
and then I realized that I knew all the yeah.
Okay. Xavier, Zane, Raphael, Silas, or Caleb?
These are the love interests of hit Chinese dating sim gotcha-ish game Love in Deep Space. And I
Oh,
can tell
okay.
you that I have a friend of mine who plays it specifically to play a mini game in there called Kitty Cards. Well, no, it's actually because one of these storylines, and this will come up because I don't remember who it is, and I'm not going to Google it because it's funnier. One of
Mm-hmm.
them is as close to incest as you can get without it actually being
Ooh,
incest, which is children who are raised together but are not related. They are
they're not
not blood
related.
related.
They're not
And
related. Don't put it in
in
the newspaper. They're related.
in Chinese, they call each other brother and sister. In
Ooh,
English, they make it more clear that they're just very close childhood friends.
they're just buds.
I think that's Caleb. And the
Caleb.
thing is, historically, freaks who love fandom stuff and fan fiction are kind of whatever about incest or actively like it. And so when there was this big firestorm online about it, my friend said, okay, so it's like crazy? Let me download this
Mm-hmm.
game and see what the fuck is up. It's not crazy. It's actually pretty whatever as far as that kind of storyline goes in like romance stuff, but did get very addicted to this game called Kitty Cards. And so because of that, I know from a TikTok that said, your sign, your love and deep space boyfriend, that Silas is mine, who is a vampire mafioso with a pet
Yeah.
dragon, I think.
Yeah.
Raphael is a mermaid.
Okay.
I don't remember how the other two go. One of
Well,
them's a
they
scientist with a
well
sword.
they canceled the werewolf, and that's obviously my favorite.
Yeah. So fuck you.
They they canceled the werewolf, so fuck you. I'm looking
We know
at
what
these.
side of history you're on, Grace,
Yeah,
because you didn't even include
you didn't
Valco.
even include
So
Valco.
what does that say about you?
Yeah, Grace. Um, I I'm looking at these boys
Yeah.
now. Whew, boy. So so just for since this is not a visual medium for a lot of people,
Hmm.
Xavier is like a little kind of sandy blonde haired boy. Boy, hey, Lotus, these boys are really similar. Like from an aesthetic point of
Yeah,
view,
they
these
have that
boys are
kind of idol look,
really similar.
which is also a good reason to pick Silas because he's pretty easy to tell apart because he has white hair and his face does
I
look a
was gonna
little different than the
say,
other ones, I think.
yeah, I like Xavier, Zane, Raphael, and Caleb could, like at a glance, I might
Elise lineup.
confuse any of them. Yeah, like Caleb and Zane look really similar. Raphael's got kind of purple hair, so there's at least a little bit of a differentiation. I think I'm gonna just say Silas because he's clearly a bad boy. You know,
He's a bad boy. He's also very difficult to beat at kitty cards, is what I have gathered.
got it. That makes sense.
Plays like a
That
real
makes sense.
dick, but in like a
That
fun
makes
way.
sense. And okay, okay. What an interesting question. Thank you, Grace. Disco Bandit asking, what are your favorite cold or frozen treats / drinks on a hot summer day?
Aguas frescas.
Agua Fresca, great summer treat. Really good summer treat. Um, really good summer treat. I love a lemonade. I love a limeade.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just so good.
Fruit water.
Um, fruit water, sure, 100%. A granita, like if you have that's a very fancy thing, but it's like
Hmm.
a granita is like kind of an icy. It's not quite ice cream, but it's like a little bit of an icy, sugary treat. Um, like a grapefruit granita. Oh, mm.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once it gets hot enough, you often have to have something that is already a liquid. Frozen is not so much
Yeah,
an option. A
yeah.
dipped cone from Dairy Queen or wherever,
It's
frankly.
melty.
Um, I do love. I can never find these anymore, but at the Asian market in Corpus Christi, they used to sell little pre-made like kulfi popsicles, and I guess
Mm,
kulfi is an Indian like custard ice cream
mm,
thing. Those
yeah.
things are so fucking good. I don't I
Mm,
haven't had it like real style. I've only had those little packaged
right.
ones, but the almond flavor of those little packaged kulfis is crazy good.
That sounds really good. That sounds really, really good.
Love sweets.
Love sweets. I love sweets. Yeah, you can't really go wrong. I ate a really delicious ice cream cone on the street the other day when it was like 100 degrees
Yeah.
outside. It was delicious. It was good. I love a cold treat on a hot day. Adam Juice asking, this is so specific. What books do you recall having enjoyed reading in fourth grade?
Not Harry Potter.
Not Harry Potter. That's what Adam Juice says.
The huge thing for me is fourth grade. Ooh. No, yeah, it was fourth grade. Fourth grade is when I started reading Animorphs. And I love
Ooh, that's
Animorphs.
fun. Yeah, I mean, I probably read. Sorry, I'm yawning. I probably read a few Goosebumps books I really enjoyed in fourth
Sure.
grade. Um,
Have I talked about
I
Gregor the Overlander on the podcast before?
no.
Okay, I this might not be fourth grade, but fourth grade is when I picked up like a lot of new YA stuff because I think I had finished reading the series Who Shall Not Be Named at that point, I
Yes.
think, or like at least up to whatever they were at. But Gregor the Overlander is a YA book that I think about on the regular, but whenever I talk about it, no one's ever heard of it. But
Uh huh.
basically, it's about this little boy. He lives in, I think, New York, and he's a very sweet young man. And there's a cockroach in his house, and because he's so sweet, catches it in a little glass, throws it outside. Very rare to see
Mm,
somebody do that for a roach. Hey, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. So a
right.
few days later, he gets invited, I think by two, oh, he might get abducted. I don't remember. The point is, giant cockroaches and giant bats are involved. And they
Right.
take him to the Underland, which is where there's a whole secret society of cave dwelling people in this like giant
Mm-hmm.
interconnected thing. And he goes like on heroic adventures because he's a YA protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
Loved Gregor the Overlander.
That's really fascinating.
I also loved, is it called Spirit Bear? I think
Spirit Bear.
Spirit Bear. It's a series that's also a YA series that's set in like, I don't even know, fucking Paleolithic UK. I always thought it was in Paleolithic Canada because they talked about orcas, and as a child, I thought that orcas only lived in Canada. which made sense to me.
Yeah, I
But
can
yeah,
see that.
it's about this kid who has like the special ability to like astral project into animals. Spirit
Okay.
Walker, I think is what it's called. It's just
Spirit
that
Walker.
the first one's definitely about a bear. And it's about his escapades. And there's like someone who's trying to destroy all the tribes or something like that. I just
Spirit
remember very
Walker.
very gripping scenes where he like almost drowns because he astral projects into I think like an orca or an otter or something, and then like the ice flows start going and it's crazy.
Yeah, Spirit Walker. Spirit Walker was. When was this published? Why won't you show me? Oh, 2005.
Oh, so here I see where my problem came through. The first book is called Wolf Brother,
And it's called Wolf Brother. Yeah.
and also a film I liked is called Brother
Brother
Bear.
Bear.
So they kind of cross the
I got what
street.
you were. Yep. I got what you were. I got what you
But
were
yeah,
going
there's a
for.
bunch of those. Animorphs, whatever the Wolf Brother series is called, which is apparently Chronicles of Ancient Darkness. Okay.
Holy
And
shit.
Gregor the
Okay.
Overlander.
Wowie. Um. I. I. I think honestly, I probably read this in 5th grade, but
No
I'm
one
not
has to know.
positive, so no one has to know. I want to say the Westing Game. The Westing Game is a kind of a mystery novel that I liked a lot when I read it. I think I read it in 4th or 5th grade, and I liked it a lot. It's a children's novel, but it was also a thinker. Like, ooh, we got to little. It's like my little mystery. I like solving a mystery, and that was a good one.
Love a mystery.
I like the Westing Game. Also probably The Giver. I probably read The Giver in 4th grade, probably.
Yeah,
Dark,
that
dark,
seems about right.
but I
Four
think I
four
read
to
The Giver.
six.
Yeah. That's yeah. That's a good one. Dan asking butter in the fridge or on the counter.
I love to have one of each.
Yeah, so that's the answer. It's a little bit of a
One of
cop out, I
each.
guess, but it's
Well,
one.
you know,
It's one of
they
each.
butter come in thing of four, like
Mm-hmm.
regularly. One on counter, one in fridge, two in freezer.
Two in freezer. Say more.
Keep the two in the freezer until
Interesting.
one starts to get low, then you just put it in the fridge, just in case.
Huh.
Let it last a long time.
Huh.
I guess if you plan to bake, they should probably all be in fridge. But also
Yeah, I
our
don't.
freezer space is quite capacious compared to the fridge, which we have crammed to the gills is part of the reason.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't. I don't put butter in freezer unless I'm planning on making a laminated dough. So, like, if I'm making a biscuit or a pie crust, which is not often, but a biscuit, yeah, because then you grate the frozen butter and that's how you get it
Right.
incorporated.
Yeah, we just leave in
Um,
freezer for space and so it'll
for
last
space.
longer.
But the answer is like you always want at least half a stick that's out on the counter. At least half a stick. Like once you're getting under a half a stick, you gotta put a new stick of butter in the butter container. But yeah, if you get like a Le Creuset butter dish thing, I would not get a butter bell. A butter bell is the thing that you fill just a little bit with water and then you put the butter inside the bell and you put it upside down. The French swear by it, but I do think it is a mold machine every single time I have used it.
Yeah, it seems kind of icky, so we just have the little dish
Yeah,
with
the
the
dish is
cover.
fine. If you have a dish with a cover, that butter is going to be fine for like 2 weeks. And if you're anything like me, it's not going to last 2 weeks because you're spreading that shit on fucking everything because it's ready to go. So yeah, you gotta have a stick of butter on the counter for sure. But I always have a few in the fridge, maybe one in the freezer as well. So that's the answer. I am hydrogen asking such a vexing question that requires, I think, some unpacking. Drive 6 hours or take a flight that takes 6 hours of your time.
Deeply
Oh,
hypothetical.
deeply hypothetical, deeply dependent on where you're going.
Yes, and also because a flight that takes 6 hours of your time is very specific verbiage. That's not a long flight,
It's a
actually.
very short flight.
because you and I, John, I believe for fairly different reasons, show up to the airport
Pretty early.
several hours ahead of time.
100%.
And then also getting off the plane, assuming even that
Yes.
there are no delays, getting the luggage, and then leaving the flight can take a considerable amount of time.
Correct.
So at its worst, a flight that takes 6 hours of my time is 40 minutes long.
I was about to say, it's like an hour. It's like an hour flight.
But even being nice and saying the actual plane time is, I don't know, let's say 2.5 or 3 hours, I would choose to drive. I regularly drive between Houston and Corpus Christi, which is about a 4-hour drive. That flight is 40 minutes in the air. And I'm not going to do that. Because also the thing that's so critical, you do have to pay money to be in the air, and it is insulting to pay money to be in the air for an hour and a half or less.
For an hour and a half, yeah. It is deeply dependent, I am hydrogen, on where I'm going. Because if I'm going to New York, but I'm 6 hours of a drive from New York, I'm still probably flying to New York because
right. Also, do you need car?
York,
do you want to deal with car?
I do not need car. Right. I do not want to deal with car. But if I'm 6 hours away from something and I want to have my car, I will always drive.
And hey, anywhere that is a 6-hour drive in any direction from you or me, we need the car.
We need the car. Yeah.
The question solves itself in several ways. The question
solves itself. Yeah. The two people who are from Texas on this podcast, yeah, we're just gonna drive if it's a 6 hour.
Right. Yeah.
6 hour.
The only place I could Niki might have a different answer.
No, Niki would be on the opposite side of this, like almost no matter what. Okay. Almost no matter what.
The only place I could maybe think of, which is within a 6-hour drive of Houston, is New Orleans. I could imagine not wanting to deal with a car there, but I would still want one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, New Orleans is interesting because if you are going to the quarter and you do not think you're going to leave the quarter, you do not need your car. In fact, your car is going to be a burden because it is not easy to park.
That's what I mean.
But if you were going to if you're going to stay on the outskirts of town and also visit different parts of it, it's not like the public transportation system in New Orleans is that great. So
but it's not awful.
It's not awful.
So it's not awful. That's the only place where I could maybe say I would rather take the flight.
Yeah.
Even then, I took a train and it took literally all fucking day, and I still vastly preferred that over flying.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good point because, honestly,
it took 12 hours.
Like a New Orleans or a Vegas, a place where not only a car doesn't really help you, but also, this is maybe just me in a snapshot, a moment of time, I will be impaired most of the time I'm there.
That's the other thing. I don't drink.
Need a car. Yeah, you don't drink. If I go to
I
New
might
Orleans,
have a drink, but
yeah, right. But I'm not getting in a fucking car if I'm in New Orleans because I'm fucking toasted.
Right.
So it's like.
So when we go together, you'll drive here and leave your car here, and then I'll drive us to New Orleans, and I'll make sure you get home safe.
Yes, that's perfect.
Great.
Yes, that's
we solved it.
Perfect. Symbiosis asking, Summer Game Fest or the Game Awards? This is the easiest question in the history of questions for me.
I think it has to be Summer Game Fest. It is at least kind of watchable, and it has more of an adjacent supporting structure that is third party, whereas the Game Awards, brother, woof.
The Game Awards are so brutal.
Brutal.
If he decided for whatever reason to give that up and just have the SGF, I would hate Jeff like 10% less.
Double digits.
Yeah, 10%. Yeah, Summer Game Fest, because he is ceded control over aspects of Summer Game Fest that then feel like, oh, this has been set up and curated by people who aren't him.
Right.
Where the Game Awards does actually feel like this is the fucking Jeff Keighley show.
It's also like the Game Awards is one event that lasts 6 years, but it is somehow contained within one day. Where at least Summer Game Fest, as if you're a visitor to the physical place, you can make a thing of it. Where I feel like you kind of can't as much for the Game Awards unless you extend your stay and just pray that other people do.
Right, or doing something. Right. Yeah. It's just
Summer Game Fest. You're like, hey, I'm gonna be in town. Do you guys want to hang out?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big hangout. The Game Awards is not really a big hangout. It's just like there's a couple. There's one day of things. There might be some satellite things. There might be some producers or
Yeah.
publishers in town showing off some stuff behind closed doors, but it's really informal. So yeah. Jason asking the Tokyo Game Show or Gamescom.
I've never been to
I've
either.
never been to either. Yeah.
I only know tangentially. The thing is, I think the reason you pick Tokyo Game Show is an excuse to go to Tokyo.
To go to
In,
Tokyo.
in large
Yes.
part, like so many people who go, who are obviously not like Japanese or from South Korea or Australia, where going to Japan is somewhat of a burden. Part of why they go to Tokyo Game Show is so they can go to Tokyo Game Show and then tack 2 weeks onto that trip to
Yes,
be in
exactly.
Japan, or even just
Yes.
for those 3 days or whatever it is to get to see Japan. Uh, I've said many times, Japan sure would be interesting, but I don't want to be on a plane for 14 hours.
Yeah.
Gamescom also have to be on a plane a long time, but
For a
much
long time.
less. And Western Europe has a lot of the point and click adventure game freaks. And I know
That's
that there are
true.
a lot of panels and whatnot that are unique to Gamescom that are specifically about adventure games and point and clicks.
Yeah.
Then there's also the thing of like, okay, well, if you're going to Tokyo Game Show to be in Tokyo / Japan, I'm not really like a Europe trip kind of American.
No.
But if I was gonna go, I'd probably pick Gamescom and be like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? I'm
Sure. Why
here.
not?
Let me do it
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Whereas Japan, I don't find is alluring mostly because of the flight.
Yeah. That's interesting. I would definitely pick Tokyo Game Show just because having an excuse to go to Tokyo would be good. I really want to go on a Tokyo trip for like
Yeah.
not even 2 weeks, but like probably 3 weeks. Not Tokyo,
Hmm.
but Japan.
Right.
Um, so I probably that. And like I think more things generally appeal to me at TGS than they would Gamescom, although like that's probably a wash ultimately. There's probably a lot of stuff
Ultimately,
at
yeah.
both
Yeah,
that I like.
I'm sure it changes year over year, but I'm not as certain about the English only accessibility of a Tokyo Game Show compared to Gamescom. Gamescom, I'm
Yeah.
pretty
You're
confident
you're gonna
you
be
don't
able to
need to
speak
speak
English at
shit.
Gamescom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to. Go Tokyo Game Show, I do think I would need to like that fucking Duolingo owl streak would need to be pretty high for me to be
It'd need to
comfortable
be pretty
there.
high.
Right. Yeah. Need to be high. All right, Jason asking this is a wrestling question, so I'll try to answer this one pretty quickly. It's been made pretty clear that the New Day can now sign with AEW, but should they? Jason, I will tell you this. I have it on very, very good authority that they have already signed with AEW, and they will be debuting at All In London at the end of this month, so or at the end of August. Well, yeah, it is this month now that you're listening to this. So there's no should they have, and but you're still asking. I'll still answer your question. If they like wrestling, still, if they like to wrestle,
Right.
then that's kind of the only other viable place I would say they should go because New Japan Pro is in such a transition period that like I think they're basically culturally inert at this moment. And so I don't really think they would inject any sort of quality to that product that would be well received by that audience, to be honest. And then it's like, what else do they have? So if they still want to wrestle, then they should sign with AEW because it's really kind of the only place they can go. And I do think they would have a good run being able to do what they do because famously, when they were kind of packaged together, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, they were placed, and I don't know if you know this, Lotus, they were placed, they're both black
All I
athletes.
know about them is that I saw them buy shoes on sneaker shopping with Complex once, and they seemed very
Yes.
nice.
They
Although,
see
wait,
they're
there were three
they're
or four
three.
people.
There are three of them. So there's Big E Langston, who has stayed with WWE because he broke his neck and has basically been given a fairly cushy commentary job while he's there, which like makes total sense. And then
Hmm.
Kofi Kingston, who was actually with the company for a very long time. He and Xavier Woods, aka Consequences Creed, aka Austin Woods, Austin Woods,
Creed.
Austin Creed. Thank you. Um, they were kind of paired off as a tag team after Big E's injury, and but when all three were packaged together, Vince McMahon famously was like, y'all are gospel singers and like choir
Okay.
people who are just like real like positive and like
Uh-huh.
cool,
Like
like
hip. Like urban.
hip and urban and like soulful.
Right.
And that was
Interesting.
kind of their guidance, and guess what? The audience didn't love that. So then they started to just like be themselves. And then the audience was like, oh, this is great because they're really likable, creative people, who are good at their jobs. And then they got really, really popular. And then, everyone's kind of like, yeah, but like, what if we just didn't ever put them on TV anymore?
Which is, as far as I understand, they love to do that.
They do love to do that.
Well, we.
They do love to do that at WooWee. So they have broken off. They're able to sign somewhere else. They will be appearing on AEW, and if they still want to wrestle, that's where they should be. So, yeah, they'll have a good run there. I think. I don't know if they'll be there for like that's the thing. Like with some of these, like I hate to say it, some of these older acts that show up places like AEW's roster is huge. So they'll have there'll be a main event tag team almost immediately, but like, who are the tag teams there right now? It's the Young Bucks, it's it's Cope and Christian. Although I think Cope and Christian's run is coming to an end very quickly. It's FTR. It's a bunch of other tag teams. So like, I don't think they'll get lost in the shuffle, but it will be interesting to see what happens. So anyway. Like a Dylan, we have two more. Like a Dylan asking, you can instantly. This question frustrated me. I read it earlier and I was like, I would love to be able to do this, but there's one caveat in it that I'm like, ooh. Like a Dylan asking, you can instantly travel to one destination of your choosing. That's not work or home. You can never change this destination once you pick it, and it's a one-way travel. That's the part that got me. What destination do you choose?
Two-story Whataburger in Corpus Christi, Texas, baby. Let's go. No, I'm kidding. Because I don't want to have to fly back.
Yeah, you don't want to fly back.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you're ever in Corpus Christi, Texas, I've heard that they've redone the Greyhound terminal. Don't get on them fucking buses. I don't care where you need to go.
Don't
I
do
wouldn't do
that.
it. Greyhound's a fine company if you need to go places, just not from that one.
No.
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No. Also from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Don't do that one either. That one's
Okay.
rough. Yeah.
I mean, genuinely, the thing is that most of my problems with traveling is that I do have to do it twice. So it is a caveat, but I don't think it's as bad for me as it is for you.
Yeah, it's pretty bad for me.
When I think about traveling, I'm like, the journey there and whatnot is going to be so fun. If I have to go back, I will kill myself. So if I only had to do one flight or one train or one whatever, that does change things.
Yeah.
I might pick Boston.
Yeah, I mean, like I was just honestly gonna pick New York. I mean, it's like that's just like a place where it's like I don't need my car. I'm gonna have to go to the airport, and I could snap my fingers and just be in a cool big city with doing whatever I kind of want for a little while. Like that might be it. I would love to say something like fucking Tokyo or whatever, but it's like
Sure.
if I fucking teleport to Tokyo, then I'm like, all right, good luck finding your way back. I'm like, oh god, this is like days of activity I've got to do. So I think that'd be it. Like my knee jerk was either New Orleans or LA, but New Orleans is too close for that to be something.
Too close.
It's like just too close, and LA is like I'm getting myself into a pickle transportation wise.
Yeah.
Because the public transport's awful, and like there are only two cities in the U.S. at least last time I checked that have good Ubers for wheelchairs, and one is San Francisco, which you'll never see me in again. You'll never see me in San Francisco again. And the other is New York, and it's like okay, I could go to New York. That's fine.
Yeah, I love. They're on one today.
The dogs are fucking on one.
They're on
One
one.
of them's
John's
one of
over it.
them's one of them's hooting.
Yeah. What's in the air?
I don't know. I don't know what's in the air. Fellas. One of them sounds sad. I think that's Ravioli.
Ravioli's probably sad that Phil's kicking up such a storm.
Yeah, he's kicking up all sorts of dust. That's crazy.
What I'll say is like, yeah, I've mentioned this on the pod before, but half of my family, like on my dad's side, all live in Boston or vaguely in the same area in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So I spent like a lot of time as a kid going up there every summer. And I gotta say, when you were getting the fuck beat out of you by the summer on the Gulf Coast of Texas, going to have a summer in the Northeast is really nice.
Pretty good.
I was in Portland, Maine. I thought it was beautiful and lovely. Same thing for Acadia. So I think I love to drop me off right in front of Logan International Airport or Boston South Station. I can get to the Adirondacks. I can get to whatever those mountains in Massachusetts are that I always forget the name of. I can get to Acadia. I can get to Maine very easily, and that would be nice. Let me just squirrel around up there.
That's a good shout. Like I don't know.
New York would give you the same function though. Like getting from New York to Boston or New York to the rest of the Northeast is not difficult.
Sure. No, it's not difficult, but it's a good shout because I was there. I was not there. I was in Traverse City, Michigan in May, like late May once. And
yeah,
gosh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Wow. That was really
the Berkshires.
Fun.
That's what they're called in Massachusetts.
Sure. Yeah. The Berkshires.
Because I want to do a bunch of national park stuff.
That would be fun. I would like that.
Yeah. Or even state stuff.
I think ultimately New York would be my choice, but there are some good options. Options.
I'll pick Boston.
Arcavian asking one last question. Do you toast the bread on your PB&J or do you eat it raw?
Raw. A PB&J is always going to be a children's struggle meal to me. The idea of it having any kind of elevation puts me off.
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
Yeah.
I prefer it raw. However, my dearest wife will slather butter on buns, grill them, and then make a PB&J. And when this is crucial, when I'm handed one of those,
sure, you will fuck it up.
Pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good. But I'm with you, Lotus, in the sense
I know
that, like,
if I want a PB&J, I don't have the energy level to toast it either.
Like you can't do
no
all that.
No part of me wants it toasted.
If I'm in PB&J mode, I ain't toasted shit. I'm not getting any other ingredient. I'm getting a knife. I'm getting the bag of bread. I'm getting the jelly, the peanut butter. I'm probably not even getting a plate or a napkin. I'm just
I'll get a napkin. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm doing it raw. If I'm handed a toasted one, I have to tell you they're pretty good. Okay. But crucially, they're not good enough that it changes my mind about what it should be.
I see. Also, if I'm eating a PB&J, I'm probably hungry. I'm about 90% of the way through the first one by the time I might even consider that they should be grilled.
It's a good point. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Yeah, that's the thing is that, like, I remember my first cold I don't remember my first cold sandwiches because that's just what I do remember my first toasted sandwiches, like my hot sandwiches where it's like, oh, the cheese is melty. The transformative nature of a melted cheese on a hot savory sandwich convinced me that is the proper form for a sandwich.
Sure.
For me. But a PB&J is a different creature, and the hot version of a PB&J was not good enough to convince me that that's the proper form.
Yeah, I was thinking about this because you know much more Spanish than I do, John. But what we can say definitively,
which is crazy, by the way.
Hey, oh well. There's reasons for it. We don't need to go over it.
We don't need to go into that.
In Spanish, there are many different words for things that in English would all be considered a type of sandwich.
Oh yes, yes,
Where
correct.
even in
Yes,
Spanish, you would call something a sub. That's not a sandwich; it's a sub. Whereas in
it's a
English,
sub.
sometimes you say that is a sub sandwich.
Ah, correct. Mm.
Many things that are sandwiches kind of aren't sandwiches in a way.
No.
A PB&J is
Mm-mm.
not a sandwich; it's a PB&J,
It's a
even
PB and
though
J.
it's a sandwich. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like a
Yeah.
PB and J. When someone goes, I would like a sandwich. Will you make me a sandwich? You're never going. Okay, great. In my head, I'm gonna make that person a PB and J.
Yeah.
No, no,
Even like a grilled cheese.
no.
I'm like, that's not a sandwich. That's a
That's
grilled
not what.
cheese.
That's not a
It's its
sandwich.
own.
Yeah,
When
yeah, yeah.
also, this is an aside. If there's more than one other thing in the grilled cheese, it's not a grilled cheese anymore. You made a fucking
No, it's
panini.
not. You made a panini.
I
You made a
barely even
panini.
want. I like even if you put bacon bits, I'm like, yeah, sure, it's a grilled cheese with bacon. If you put ham in there, that's a fucking panini.
That's a ham sandwich. That's a ham sandwich.
Yes, I'm over it. I'm sick of these new age places and their grilled cheeses.
No, it's crazy. We watched a food reviewer a few weeks ago on WooHit that was just like, I got the new grilled cheese from my local, and it was like it had 4 meats on it. I'm like, brother,
We just don't need
that's
to
not
be
a
doing
grilled
all that.
cheese. We don't need to be doing all that. That's not a grilled cheese. We have like words mean something.
Although I will say, the places that you'll have like a little shack kind of, not like quite hole
Mm-hmm,
in the wall, but a little shack style
mm-hmm,
restaurant, and their whole thing is like,
mm-hmm.
oh, it's all grilled cheese. Obviously they're not all grilled cheeses. They sell grilled
No.
cheeses and then they sell sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
However, those sandwiches that they sell, even if they do incorrectly label them as grilled cheeses, tend to be really
Oh,
fucking
they're
good.
really
they
fucking
they
good.
tend to know what they're
Oh
doing
yeah,
about those
absolutely.
paninis. I
Oh,
love
for sure.
those little caprese style grilled cheeses.
Ooh,
I could
man.
tear through those.
Mm. I
Love
love a
cheese, love
caprese.
tomatoes.
I love a caprese. I love a caprese sandwich. It's delicious. It's a really good.
I'll eat some mozzarella and tomato right fucking now.
You know what's sick is that I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I'm so hungry, and I can
Brother,
leave this conversation and eat
I
dinner.
haven't eaten either.
God, I'm excited to eat.
Yes, let's go
So
eat.
so let's go eat. This was a good one. Thanks of course to Nikki for hanging out for so long. Didn't even ask what they were doing. They just said they had to leave, and so hopefully Nikki's having fun doing whatever they're doing. Lotus, do you have anything to plug?
I can plug my website, dialedindie.net, and my
Please.
podcast of the same name, which you can get to at dialedindie.captivate.fm. My latest guest on, Dora Breckenridge. I was not joking when I interviewed Adrian Bazier, dev of In Stars and Time, when I said I'm going to ask your producer a question. I did. I did already have Dora scheduled, and so when I talked to her, I asked that. I asked about production and release management questions, which is something that none of us know anything about, and nobody ever cares about production, but it's really important. And then we talked about a little bit of browser game history. Dora knows what the fuck is up. Used to work at Armor Games. Shout outs to Armor. Well, not anymore, but hey,
But
no
hey,
longer a shout outs to Armor Games, but hey,
but hey,
but hey.
but
So
hey.
go listen to that.
Please go listen to that. It's a really good podcast. Lotus is good at interviewing these people, so
Thank you.
you should listen to that. So it's really good. I don't really have anything to plug. I mean, go to vgbees.com/join.
Game. Oh, what did you end up calling it? Game Jam. Our
Oh no,
intro.
pregame.
Pregame.
We hit
Pregame.
pregame. Yeah, we hit pregame. That's a great point. Twitch.tv/VGBees every Tuesday. Of course, we have Wake Up Honey. It's Tuesday, starting at 8 p.m. Central. But we're gonna start a new thing called pregame, which we're gonna play a video game for the first hour before like 7 o'clock, maybe earlier. I don't know, Lewis. I will talk about it. We're gonna play a game this Tuesday. So vgbees.com/join at least at 7 p.m. Central. It might be a little bit earlier, but it'll at least be then before we
We
go
might shoot some
into.
guns.
We might shoot some guns
No
and
one's quite sure.
add some things that might be already dead. So who knows what that could be. We do have a brand new
Oh,
review, a
wow.
5-star review from Pixie Blood Store. Thank you so much for leaving a review. That's so great. 5 stars. Bunch of fuck ass ding dongs. Positive. That's it. Thank you so
That's
much
it.
for your review. That's all they wrote.
Love that.
So I love that review. Thank you so much for leaving it. If you leave us a 5-star review, I'm going to read it on the show. So go do that. You can leave it over on Apple, of course, but you can also leave them on Podchaser. Podchaser is the other aggregator that will capture your reviews and post them on our little aggregator. So do that. And we'll read them on the show, folks. This has been episode 100. Oh, nope, I did that too early. Wow.
Reel it back.
This has been episode 113 of the VGBees podcast. We've had a blast answering all your questions, discussing all the news of the week. Slow couple weeks on news, but it's been nice because
it's for the
been
best.
Able to play some stuff. It's for
that
the best.
Too. The news is rarely good.
Yeah, it's not good and it's not plentiful. So we're happy to be back in the saddle, playing some video games, talking about a bunch of different stuff, and also answering your HIVE questions. So thank you for being such an active participant in our program, dear listener. And until next time, keep on buzzing!